All right, pull up YouTube. Go here. All right, you can go ahead, Mango. Paid for another debate, and if I have to suffer, then my audience will suffer with me. Go ahead, Mango. What is your gibberish today?
No debate at all. I just wanted to debate on two topics today: abortions and evolution. Let's start with abortions. So my arguments are really simple. Abortions cause psychological damage.
So does
Um,
talking to you, Mango. So should talking to you be illegal?
Wait, just let me finish. Let me give my short opening statement. Abortions cause psychological damage. Okay. Um, Selective abortion based on genetic abnormalities is overt discrimination. This is basically eugenic termination. And
So is me charging for debates.
if women become pregnant, then they should accept the responsibility that comes with producing a child. If we continue to uh, live in a society where people just fulfill their desires and not take responsibility, then that's that's a that's a highway to failure. That's a
Highway to
quick
failure isn't
way
an
for
argument.
society. That's a quick way for society to collapse. People don't take responsibility for their actions instead of avoiding it. So
Okay,
let's
well,
start with the
getting an
first.
abortion isn't the same as not taking responsibility for an action. Slippery slope fallacy. Stupid argument.
Slippery slope fallacy. Dude,
Yes.
you just made that up.
I just, yes, I made it up thousands of years ago. I just went back in time and was like, you know what? Uh, you philosopher guys, Aristotle, Plato, you guys missed this one. You gotta add the slippery slope in there with your other fallacies, and then they just wrote it in the history textbooks, and I came back in time, and then, yes, that's how I invented it.
And lastly, fetuses feel pain during the abortion procedure. So those are my
Not if they're not
arguments for the
conscious, they
opening
don't.
statement. So the first one is let's look at the responsibility aspect. They completely refuse to take responsibility for their actions.
No, that's wrong. Getting an abortion is taking responsibility, and it's getting the thing out of your body. That is a responsible thing to do.
It's irresponsible
No, it's not.
because you've been gifted with life
You've been gifted
and
with
you've
something
refused to
inside your
take
body that you
no,
don't
you
want. That's
refused to
called
take
slavery, Mango.
responsibility for your own actions. You committed that activity that led you to have that life
Yes, when
in
people
you.
smoke, they get cancer, but they don't have to take responsibility and die. They take responsibility and get rid of it.
No, they accept the consequences of smoking.
No, they get chemotherapy and they get rid of it.
No, they accept the consequences of smoking. And smoking, I'm not sure why you're trying to equate the two.
They don't accept no Mango, no
They're
Mango. They
very
don't
different
accept the
circumstances.
consequences. That's
Smoking
wrong.
is a health condition.
Mango, you're gonna get
Having a
muted if
child
you
is
talk
not a
over me.
health
So
condition.
if you they do not accept being having cancer and dying, they go get chemo and kill the cancer.
It's not the same scenario, not the same
I
situation.
never said it was. I was
It's a
just
set of
saying your
circumstances
stupid
that deal
argument
with
that they don't take
pregnancy
responsibility
versus.
is wrong.
It's not a stupid argument.
It is a stupid argument.
It's not a stupid
It's
argument.
definitely a stupid argument.
They need to take responsibility for their own
They are
actions.
taking responsibility.
I'll come
Argument
back to that
debunked.
later. I'll come back to that later. So fetuses feel pain during abortion procedure. According to Professor of Pediatrics at the
Oh
University of
shit.
Fetal School of Medicine, explains that the most primitive response to pain is the spinal reflex. So the fact that fetuses feel pain during the abortion
Spinal
procedure
reflexes aren't
would
conscious
indicate,
experience. Argument
do you
debunked.
not, what did you just say?
Spinal reflexes are not conscious experience. Argument debunked.
They are conscious experiences. It's been documented and studied that the most primitive response to pain is via the spinal reflex.
Oh God, you're an idiot, Mango. There's things that have spines and spinal reflexes that don't have brains. Idiot.
Oh my god, dude, are you serious?
Yes, you can have a
Anyway,
spinal reflex without being conscious.
so the fact that there is a pain caused to the fetus, would you say that that is appropriate
No,
for
you can
a
cause
pregnant woman to
pain
abort the
to a
baby?
worm. Doesn't mean it's immoral. Doesn't have consciousness. It's not immoral.
So because it doesn't have consciousness, then it's not immoral for you to
Yes.
cause pain. So you can cause pain to something that it does not have consciousness.
Yep. You can get a spinal reflex on things that don't have consciousness.
But the fact that they respond,
So do
the fact that they
worms. That doesn't mean they have
respond to the
consciousness.
pain, how is that not an indication of consciousness? If you were giving a response to pain, that is an indication of being conscious.
Because reflecting to physical sensations is not indicative of consciousness. Aha.
Okay, well, define the consciousness for me. Consciousness is the fact of being aware. Would you not agree?
Sure.
And if you respond to your surroundings, whether that is pain that you've received, that is becoming
No,
aware.
it's not.
It
Bacteria
is.
respond to their
It
surroundings. They
is.
are not aware.
They are aware.
No, you're
Consciousness
dumb.
is a spectrum. There are those that have a
No, you're
higher level
dumb.
of consciousness and those that have a low level of consciousness. Doesn't mean that they're not able to. It doesn't mean that they're not aware of their surroundings. It's just that they're aware of certain things, but
No, you're dumb.
they may
So if
not
you're
be
saying
aware. They
killing
may not.
bacteria is immoral because they respond to pain, then you're an idiot.
Yes, the fact that you're killing
Yes, I know you're
bacteria
an idiot.
without their
Thank you. We
consent,
agree. You're an idiot. I agree.
without their consent, absolutely, that is immoral, according to your objective morality arguments.
No,
So there
because
you go.
bacteria don't have a will because they're not conscious because you're an idiot.
There are abortions that have been performed on a 12-week-old fetus. Is that immoral?
Is it conscious? Because if it's not, then no.
We see the child's mouth open
I don't care.
in a
We
silent
see worms'
scream.
mouths open. That doesn't mean they're conscious.
That silent scream is a child signifying being threatened
I've already debunked that dumbass argument,
with
Mango.
extinction.
You've been debunked, Mango.
All right,
Next.
all right. Let's go with the other arguments. Abortions cause psychological damage.
So does talking to
There
you,
has been a
Mango. Does that mean
study.
talking to
There
you
has
is
been a
immoral?
study conducted. There's been a study conducted where 154%
Okay. So,
of
Mango, I've already granted that. I've
wait,
said
wait, wait,
talking
wait,
to
wait, wait,
you
wait, wait.
causes mental harm. No, Mango. You have to actually
Stop
address the
before
argument.
I shave off that colored hair of yours.
So I'm just gonna kick you because I don't like you only paid me half as much, so I only need to keep you here for like 10 more minutes and I can kick you. So
Wait, why?
because you only paid half as much, you didn't pay for a full debate.
No, you paid exactly the amount that I paid
No,
previously.
yes, which is also for half, which is why we did it on Discord and let it keep it on. But since we're not on Discord, I'm just gonna kick you because I don't want to talk to you that long.
Well, I mean, I'm not even able to join, so I'm not sure why you're trying to say that that's my issue.
No, that's the reason I didn't kick you earlier is because everyone else was entertained by talking to you, but I'm not.
Oh, right, okay. That's really unfortunate. Well, how motivate yourself so that you are, you feel that you can gain some value out of this. But anyways, there has been a study that's been conducted. 154% of women are more
I don't
likely to
care. I
have
already addressed that, Mango.
What did you say?
I said that talking to you causes mental damage, therefore is talking to you immoral.
Okay, so talking to me causes mental damage. Therefore, is that yes?
I can't hear you. There's a plane.
Yes.
Talking to you is immoral. Like I agree.
Yes. If it's causing you pain, then absolutely.
There you go. You guys heard it here. Talking to Mango is immoral.
So you agree that the fact that 154% of women are likely to commit suicide because of the fact that they went ahead and aborted their term. How is that not an indication that abortion is immoral?
Appeal to consequence fallacy. It doesn't matter if people are more or less likely to commit suicide. It doesn't make it any more or less moral.
Wait, sorry, could you repeat that again?
It doesn't make a difference if people are more or less likely to commit suicide. That has nothing to do with whether or not it's moral.
Okay. So the people that were smoking cigarettes and they went ahead and
Thank you for that
did
super
commit
chat,
suicide.
Scotty. I banned Mango from TJump Discord server. Here's your refund.
I didn't see the unban. So I'm not sure what he's talking
Well,
about.
I unbanned you, but you still couldn't join for some reason.
Let's see. Yeah, it doesn't look like I have been unbanned. But I mean, I can give it one more try.
No.
But then again, like, that it is immoral. The fact that you are more likely to commit suicide because of abortion. I
There's
mean,
another plane. I can't hear
that.
you.
Anyways, let's go to my last argument regarding abortion, which is selective abortion based on genetic abnormalities is overt discrimination. Would you agree?
Sure, it's by definition discrimination.
Awesome. At least we agree on some points.
We agree on the
Therefore,
definition of discrimination. Like, not giving your money to literally everyone is discrimination. Not being attracted to some people is discrimination. Discrimination is just saying some people are different than other people. Congratulations.
and lastly, let's go back to the original argument. If women become pregnant, they should accept the responsibility that comes with producing a child.
No, they fully accept the responsibility
People
and then get
need
an
to take
abortion.
responsibility.
They do take
People need to
responsibility.
take.
Argument debunked.
The unborn baby should not be punished for a mistake made by adults. Would you agree?
Sure, it's not. It's punished because nature did it.
So nature did that, and
Yep.
so if I laid out guns in front of you, and you happen to pick up one and
If they're in
start
your
shooting
body,
me,
yes.
is the gun manufacturer the one
If
responsible
they're in
for
your
doing that?
body,
You
yes.
sound insane. If I laid out guns in front of you and you picked up one and you
If it's
started
in
going
your
out on the
body,
street and started
yes.
shooting someone, but the fact that are you going to say
Already
that it's the
debunked your
gun
argument,
manufacturer?
Mango.
Dude, you haven't even listened to what I said. I said, is it the gun
Because I
manufacturer's
debunked
fault
your
for the fact that you picked up a gun?
false analogy before you even made it. It's pretty simple. Like, if another person is in your body and you kill them to get them out of your body, that's called self-defense.
Self-defense. Jesus Christ. That's really pathetic. Really pathetic.
It's just the law. If you're dumb, then you're dumb, but that's the law.
That's the law. That's the
Yes.
argument.
And the law is morally correct. If someone else is in your body, you can kill them in self-defense to get them out of your body.
But the fact that abortion promotes a culture in which
No, it
human
doesn't.
life
There's no
is
contract. Where's the
disposable.
contract in
That
in like abortion?
the fact that it promotes a culture in which human life is disposable. The fact that we go, oh, you know what,
Human
let's
life
just
is
dispose this.
disposable if it's in your body without your consent.
That is insane.
It's literally just self-defense.
The legalization of abortion sends a message that human life has little value.
Yes, if another human being is in your body without your consent, then it has no value and you can kill it to get it out. Correct.
And it creates this throwaway culture. Throw this away, throw that
Right. If
away. I
another
don't want it.
person is in your body,
Fulfill
you
my
can throw
desires,
them
fulfill
away.
my
It's very, very
desires.
easy to
Fulfill my
understand.
desires. That's your goal, right? That's what you want. You want
No,
someone to
that's a
fulfill my
slippery
desires.
slope fallacy. If they're in your body, then yes, you can use whatever means you want to get them out of your body because they're in your body.
That's disgusting. You are horrific. All right, let's change the subject to evolution. Um, I don't believe evolution is
Because you're dumb.
is valid set of ideas. I don't think
A
there's any
valid set of
reasons.
ideas? Which premise doesn't follow from the conclusion?
The set of reasons to support evolution is weak, and I do not.
Well, you said it wasn't valid. So
Let's begin with
how does the conclusion
DNA.
not follow from the premises?
DNA. Let's begin with DNA.
No. You said it's not valid. How is it not valid?
I'll explain how it's not valid. So you say that DNA is an indicator of.
Okay, so to explain how it's not valid, you have to say here is the conclusion, and it doesn't follow from these premises. That's how you explain how it's not valid.
Okay,
Go.
it's not valid because DNA sequence data.
Yeah, that's not what valid means. Valid means premises, conclusion not follow.
That's exactly what I was just trying to get into, but you just keep.
Okay, how does the conclusion not follow?
So these are my premises. DNA sequence data. Do you think that DNA is an indication of evolution?
Patterns in DNA are.
Okay, cool. So DNA sequence data has no direct access to the processes of evolution. And this is according to scientific study conducted by.
I have no idea what you're saying. What's the argument?
So DNA sequence data.
DNA sequence data isn't an argument. It's a sentence. What's the argument?
Has no direct access to the processes of evolution. So the fact that we can objectively reconstruct
doesn't have direct access to the processes of evolution. That makes literally zero sense.
How does that not make sense?
Well, the processes of evolution are natural selection and mutation, which literally both directly happen to the DNA. So I don't it's stupid what you just said.
You haven't let me finish. You fucking. So they have no direct access to the processes of evolution.
Again, that sentence does not make sense. Debunked.
Let me finish. It's not a sentence. It hasn't been completed. The objective reconstruction. The objective reconstruction, right? Do you know what that means?
Nope. The objective reconstruction, that is also not a complete sentence. That is also gibberish.
Let me finish. Objective reconstruction is basically when you try to reconstruct past events without feelings, without imagination.
The fuck? None of that made sense. Reconstruct things with no feeling and no imagine. How can we reconstruct things in our imagination without using imagination? That's literally the dumbest thing I've ever heard. And I've spoken to Kent Hovind, so that's saying something.
Let me finish. Stop interrupting.
Well, if there's a problem with the first part of your sentence, you adding more problems isn't going to make it less of a problem. It's still going to be stupid and a problem. So try not to make any problems in the first part.
It's not my problem that you have a low IQ and you're not able to comprehend what I'm saying.
Well, I don't need to have the low IQ here. If your words literally don't make sense, it doesn't matter what my IQ is. Your words aren't going to make any more sense.
If you have a low IQ, then you're not going to understand shit.
Well, it doesn't matter what IQ anybody has. They're never going to understand you if literally the words don't make sense that you're saying.
Clearly, you have a low IQ because you attempt to.
It's not an argument, Mango. Like, you're not making an argument.
Obviously, you have a low IQ because if you can't.
Not an argument, Mango.
So, the fact that we're trying to objectively reconstruct.
It doesn't make any sense. Objectively reconstruct what?
Of the banished past, it can only be achieved.
The fuck? The banished path? Is this some kind of like Elder Scrolls lore shit?
Dude,
like, are we talking like Skyrim? Is this like the Brotherhood? What is it? The Dark Brotherhood? Don't reconstruct the path.
This guy just keeps interrupting me. DNA sequence data has no direct access to the processes of evolution, so the objective transformation. The objective reconstruction of the vanished past can only be achieved through creative imagination.
So again, that didn't make any sense. It's not an argument.
What? So basically what I'm trying to say is that there's no real scientific evidence that evolution is occurring at present or ever occurred in the past.
Yes, it's happening right now and in the past.
No, there's no real scientific evidence.
Yes, there is.
That it ever occurred.
You not understanding it isn't an argument.
The fact that no, because you keep running to DNA.
You brought DNA up. I didn't run to anything.
trust me, I've heard your arguments for evolution, and all you do is bring up DNA. DNA shows this, DNA shows that.
Yes,
But
DNA
DNA does not
patterns
show
in
that
DNA
because
prove
you're able to.
evolution.
But there's no direct access to the processes of evolution.
That
DNA is not able
literally
to
doesn't
do
make
that.
sense, Mango. I don't know what you're saying with that. Those words literally do not make sense. P.
Okay,
Barnes is
do
in the
you
chat. He's
use-
like, huh? What is he talking about? Question mark.
I guess he's not paying attention. That's what happens with these atheists.
Literally no one understands what you're saying in the chat argument.
Okay, look. DNA sequence data. Are you familiar
Would
with
anybody
that
else
term?
like to join and then annoy Mango and ask him questions about his silly argument? Please use the link in the thing at the top. It's pinned. Whereby.com/TJump.
Unbelievable. So it's reasonable to conclude that evolution is not actually a fact of science. In fact, it's not even science at all. It's just an arbitrary system built upon faith in universal naturalism.
That's right. Evolution is faith, and not because we've proven it.
No, it isn't. It's built upon universal naturalism, and you have to agree with that.
Hello, Eddie. How's it going? Travis, what's up?
Hey, what's up?
Please ask Mango a question. Eddie, thank you for the super chat. Yes.
Are you a Christian?
Yes.
Why?
Logical reasons.
The best kind.
Okay. Do Christians need faith to be a Christian?
Define faith.
I don't use faith in my life. Why don't you define faith?
Faith is confidence.
Okay. What is the confidence based on?
Logical reasoning.
Okay, so faith isn't required to be a Christian.
I just told you that faith is confidence.
Right, but like...
Do you have confidence? Or are you like TJump who colors his hair and sits on a couch?
Does my hair look colored? Why don't you use a mic, like a video camera?
Because I lack faith.
You lack faith?
Yes.
In what, us?
In myself.
You don't think you you don't think you're handsome or something?
There you go. I just proved to you that faith exists.
No.
Well, I mean,
All right, wait, so
faith, yes, faith exists. People have faith.
What are you trying to say? Like, get to your point.
Is like faith like I don't understand, like, does faith have to be based on evidence? Or
faith
does it just mean
the
confidence?
Argument is stupid. Faith is just confidence.
Okay, so confidence.
Assurance. Do you know what assurance means? Hey,
not
man,
like assurance of, yeah, like I know what
Hebrews. Say something to someone that will give them confidence, that will give them certainty. That's all it is. That's what faith is.
Okay.
Is the
so
fact that,
like
the quality of being certain.
The quality of being certain. Okay. Does faith make any other religion but Christianity true?
All other forms of religion is...
Can you speak up? It's really hard to hear you.
Okay, can you hear me now?
I can hear you. It's hard to hear you. Can you like be louder?
I mean, I'm being the loudest I can possibly be. So I can switch off my AirPods. Is that the reason why?
It might be. I'm using AirPods, but everyone in the chat has been complaining about how hard it is to hear you.
It's Mango's mic. It's always like this. Mango's mic has always been crappy.
Is this better now?
It's a little better. It's just like, yeah. All right, so...
How about now? I mean, like, dude.
Yeah, it's a little better.
Okay, cool. So what's your point? Get to your point.
Okay, so, like, does faith make other religions true or not?
Does faith make other religions true?
Like when someone says they
No.
have faith that Islam is
No,
true.
it does not.
Okay. And how many religions exist based on your estimates?
Just get to your point. I don't care. Just get to your point.
So like 5,000 religions exist. Do you agree?
No, just get to your point.
You don't agree.
No, there's only one. The rest are merely just
What?
creative imagination.
Creative imagination. Oh, great. That's
There's
quite
only
useful.
one. There's only one.
So all the other religions, say 5,000, are creatively imagined by people. They're cults
Absolutely.
or
According
myths
to
or
TJump,
something.
everything's imagination, which is actually, it's expected, especially if you're autistic, to say that. But I mean, for others to agree with him, it's unbelievable.
It's really hard to hear you.
Really?
Yeah. At least you're louder than Jesus, but
Yeah, it's really difficult to hear me. That's unbelievable.
I mean, it's not that unbelievable. Look at the chat. Everyone is saying how hard it is to hear you.
Dude, do you want me to scream and shout?
Yeah. I also want you to go on video. Like, what are you scared of? Us? Atheists? Ooh, scary.
Just get to your point.
Okay, so I don't. So you think all religions but yours are imagined? What about Christianity makes it impossible to be imagined?
What makes it impossible?
Yeah, like, is it possible to imagine everything in Christianity?
Absolutely not. It's rooted in reasoning evidence.
What do you
There's
mean?
an available. There's an
What do you
available
mean?
body of. There's an.
Could I just make up? Could I make up a story right now about a guy that rose from the dead a couple thousand years ago? Could I make that up right now?
Absolutely, you have every.
Okay, okay. Could I add that this made up being was immaculately conceived by the actual God himself? Could I make that up as well?
Absolutely.
Okay. Can I add in a heaven and a hell where people that die go to?
Sure.
Okay. So what part of Christianity is impossible to imagine? Because you just basically said like 3 major parts of it are easy to imagine.
Well, it's for me personally, it's the practicalities.
I don't care about you personally. I care about what's true.
That's the issue. You need to have actually experienced the practicalities that it offers. And if you haven't
I need to
been able to
experience the
experience the
practicality.
practicalities, then you wouldn't be able to relate to what I'm about to say. So you need to have actually experienced the practicalities that it offers. And if you haven't
Experience the
experienced
practicality.
then you wouldn't be
What?
able to. You have an echo, mate. Can you mute yourself?
Give me one.
Turn off your
There you
YouTube.
go. Hi guys.
What's up, Frank?
Hey.
Wow, you're not scared of the camera.
No, I'm not. Are you asking Mango questions, or do you want me to ask them?
I mean, like Mango basically just said that his religion cannot be imagined, but we can imagine parts of it right now. I don't understand. Like,
just because you can imagine parts of something doesn't mean that the sum of its parts.
Okay, sure, I agree. But like, you agreed with us that all other religions are imagined by people, right? Like,
yeah,
can I just go? Can I continue and go through all the Bibles like miracles?
The fact that you can discern between what is right and wrong. Are you able to discern between what is right and wrong?
Discern right and wrong? What?
Are you able to do that?
Yeah, because I am an evolved animal.
And where did you get that trait from?
My ancestors evolved it.
And where did they get that from?
Their ancestors.
And where did they get that from?
More ancestors would.
So you're saying it's just an infinite ancestry?
Basically.
It's the most ridiculous argument I've ever heard.
Do you think like the Earth is flat because it's in the Bible?
How is it that, according to TJump, unconscious beings have evolved into conscious beings? That's impossible.
How is it that you cannot admit that Christianity can be imagined by people that are wrong today?
The fact that you can evolve from being unconscious to conscious is impossible.
Okay, so is God conscious?
Yes.
And so he was always conscious?
Answer my question. Is it possible to evolve from being unconscious to conscious?
Yes.
Prove it. Show me the evidence.
You want me to prove it?
Yes.
Okay, here's evolution. What do you not understand about it?
Hey, Travis, can I answer that?
Sure.
Yeah, it's an emergent property. Like,
That's
I'll
not
give-
evidence. That's not
I'll give
evidence.
TJump.
Alright.
Wait. I'll give TJump's example. Not all.
Like the column behind you?
Yeah. Not all walls are bricks, but wait, how does it go, TJump?
Not all bricks are walls.
Not all
Bunch
bricks
of
are
TJump
walls. Right.
followers who are incapable
Exactly.
of any individual thoughts.
Mingo, is there anything the four of us could do right now that proves that Jesus is alive?
Did you say alive or is it alive?
Alive. Like the same way we're alive.
What's your deal, mate?
Do you think
Like,
Jesus is
why-
alive?
Why do you have so
Why-
much hatred?
I don't have hatred. I mean, I live in America, and I don't know if you are aware of this, but on 9/11 in 2001, people of faith flew planes into buildings and killed thousands of people. So I'm not sure if you remember that, but maybe you weren't
do
alive
realize
then.
that faith is not reserved to just religion. Faith is just confidence. Whether that's confidence in your own opinions, your own beliefs, whatever.
No, that's trust.
That's exactly what faith is, you fool.
Okay, do you trust people like blindly, like with no evidence?
Yeah, I believe that is a reasonable mechanism for certain situations, right? Like, for instance, if you were
Do you trust on God?
If you were presenting to a boardroom, for instance, and you brought in your team together, you would trust that your team deliver a perfect presentation, right?
All right, did I hire my team? Or
Would you not? Yeah, but people can change.
okay, so
one day someone might be confident, the next
yeah,
day
people can
confident.
change. So can gods, right?
So there is a practical application to
Right.
faith. So I don't know what you're talking
Right.
about.
I mean, I'm saying it's not faith when I work with my employees because they're hired on their merits. They went to college.
Merits change.
Okay. So it still doesn't mean I have faith in them. It means I trust them because I have evidence that they are good
faith.
employees.
That is faith.
How is that faith?
Because merits change. One day they may be confident in presenting, the next they may not be, and you may not be aware of that. And so, what you
Okay, so I would still trust them at 90% or something, and then if they fail to deliver,
100%, and that 10%
yeah,
is
it's never
faith without
100%.
evidence.
Exactly.
That's trust without evidence.
No, that's not how it works.
It does.
No, it doesn't.
You're a TJump follower. You have none of your thoughts here. Shut up.
Wow.
Mingo, were you indoctrinated into Christianity?
Were you indoctrinated into atheism by TJump?
No. Can you answer my question or no?
Then why are you so goddamn pathetic?
Hey,
I'm not one hiding like
Mango,
a little bitch.
What do you think about black people?
I honestly believe that black people should be enslaved because they're very lazy. But if you motivate them through slavery, they will actually do things and get things done.
Thank you, Jacob, for the super chat.
I just
for
wanted
I am
to
conscious
ask
of
him that
nothing
because I had heard
against
he
nothing.
said something crazy like that before. So
What's
That I
your
am not
real
bi.
name? Like, no wonder you're Fucking anonymous. Fucking asshole.
How is that being an asshole? We all know historically that they're lazy, but if you motivate them through slavery, then they'll actually get things done.
What do you think about Neil deGrasse Tyson, by the way?
I think he just keeps on interrupting people when they talk. That's a identifiable characteristic. Look at that, all silent. Because you know it's
You're just
reality.
so
You just can't
stupid.
deal with reality.
Yeah. Like,
Hold on,
I
how many
asked you if Jesus is alive, and you're like,
Hey,
what?
Mango, how many times have you been banned from the TJump server?
Stop trying to diverge from the conversation.
I'm just asking a question.
Let's go back to black people. Why do you oppose my views? Please explain.
I can't even understand what he asked. Honestly, can someone tell me what he asked? Honestly.
I don't know. I don't speak stupid.
I said, why did you react to the response I gave regarding black people?
I don't know. I think you're a racist, but I mean that's just my
How?
opinion.
Please explain. You can't just
Because you
label
just
them and
said
then
that
run
black
away.
people should be enslaved. I mean, come on now, dude. I mean, we live in the 21st century. I mean, how
Some of us do.
can you be?
Because you haven't listened to what I said. I said that they should be enslaved because it motivates them to do work.
If you were black, would you want to be enslaved?
Yeah, because I know that I'm inherently lazy, and I know I'll be inherently lazy, and so therefore.
Is this why you haven't proved that God exists yet? Since you're lazy.
Mango T, by the way, he has like a
slavery will give me the motivation to do stuff.
Who?
By the way, Mango T has like 2 master's degrees or something. So I just want to let you know.
I don't believe that.
I have
Apparently, that's what he
degree in
said.
psychology and physiology.
Show us the documents. I don't believe it.
Nice try. You're trying to get me to turn on my camera full.
Oh wow, you're scared.
Hey Tuss, I'm muted on
Back to
freaking.
black people, right?
Hey Tuss, how's it
motivates
going?
them. When you put them into slavery, it motivates them to do work.
Tuss, you are
Frank, you
muted.
look a little
Can't
bit-
hear you. Can't hear you from your
You
mic.
look a little bit lazy, Frank.
How about now?
That's better. Now I can hear you.
That's better.
Okay. Well, Mango. I'm curious then. You said God was conscious. Does God have thoughts?
Wait, just hold on. I just want to just conclude with that black people argument that you guys made.
We don't give a shit.
Yeah, I don't care. It was.
Fuck you. Let's go.
Answer the question.
What was the question? Can you speak up?
Does God? You said God have
And
thoughts,
first of all, take
right?
that shit out of your nose. It's disgusting.
You said like 2 minutes ago. You don't even dare to
Says the
show on
nameless
camera.
troll. Yeah.
Honestly,
Come on, dude. Get on here.
I'm
Let me see
in
your
a
pretty
chat
face,
with the
baby.
most immoral human beings I've ever reached.
Oh wow. At least you've seen us.
Even 2 face tattoos. What the fuck you gonna do about it? Show your face or answer the fucking question. Stop dodging. Does God have
I
thoughts
think
or
you
not?
look cool,
Question,
Tuss, by the
speak up.
way.
What's
so
the question?
fuck it.
Hurry up.
The question is, does God have thoughts? Yes or no?
I have no idea.
Okay. So God is conscious,
You
but
know
he's not.
God?
He does not have thoughts. Okay, wait. So is God a? Does God have free will?
I have no idea.
Okay, so you don't know if he has free will, or as if he has thoughts. So is he even a mind? You said he was conscious. What the fuck does
No.
conscious mean to you?
Because the minute you attempt to define anything,
But you defined. You
Well,
already defined something about him by saying he's conscious. That's
Wait.
different.
wait, stop. If you define something, you are immediately assigning limitations and restrictions on it.
Like being conscious.
That is a limitation and a restriction to the possibilities of.
Is that why you can't define God?
Yes.
Because God is made up.
But you can say he's conscious. That much you can say. Everything else that like would question your worldview, that's hard to answer. Okay, no, it's fine.
No, it's not. It's not the fact that it questions it. It's just because if you attempt to label anything, it falls under existence, and if it falls under existence, then it's limited and restricted according to.
If it wait a minute, falls under existence as opposed to not existing.
So anything that would imply God
non-existing
exists.
Non-existing is also part of existing.
Non-existing is a part of existing.
Not A is a part of A, by
I'll
the way.
explain. I'll explain why. I'll explain why. So non-existing has attributes. It has properties. Would you agree?
No, that would be the
Non-existing has
opposite of it.
properties that it, like lack.
Okay, then
properties.
please define what non-existing is.
The state of not existing.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the state. We get it. But what are the attributes? What are the qualities of not existing?
It doesn't have any.
The
That's
lack
kind
of
of the
any-
point.
What are the
lack of any
qualities of
attri-
Jesus again?
The lack of
So
any
the fact,
attribute
so
that
it
would.
does have a quality. You just mentioned that TJump. You said that it doesn't have qualities. That is a quality.
No, lack of something isn't having it.
How is a lack of quality
No,
like a quality?
You're not understanding. The fact that it's lacking, that is the quality. That is the
No.
attribute.
No.
So I have infinitely many qualities. I'm lacking a horn. I'm lacking wings. Those are qualities. My lacking of them is
I'll give you a
qualities.
simple example. Let's say you wrote a program, right, that created nothing. In order for you to write that program, you need to have.
Your mic is destroyed again, and you're making no noise.
Let's say you wrote. How about now? Can you hear me now?
A tiny bit better.
I mean, it still sounds stupid, but it's a little better.
Instead of paying for debates, you should like pay for a new mic. That might help.
Hey Mango,
And a camera since you're a bitch.
Hey Mango, is there anything?
Let's say you wrote a
Mango.
program, and you wanted to create nothing, right? Would you not define attributes to do that?
No.
In order for you to create nothing, you would need to define attributes, would you not?
No, if I wanted to create nothing, I would do just nothing, because that would create nothing if I do nothing.
I'm talking about in the context of writing a program.
Right, so if I wanted to write a program to create nothing, I would literally just do nothing.
I don't think you understand how programming works. But I mean, you already admitted that nothing has qualities, because in order for something to be nothing, it needs to be nothing, right?
No, because if it had the quality of being, it wouldn't be nothing.
Okay, I got a really easy example here.
This guy's
Mango.
so stupid. For someone who thinks that,
Mango.
fucking
Imagine.
redheaded.
Wait.
Do
We
all
have
true
pink,
Christians
we
swear
have
like you?
brown. We have yeah. If we combine our hairs together, maybe that's kind of red. I don't know.
I have a mango-colored hairstyle.
I gotta go.
What was your question, man? Because you don't sound that intelligent.
Are you asking me?
Yes.
I didn't have
we
a
cannot
question. I
hear
had
you.
an example.
Hello?
Hey, now we can hear you.
Oh, damn, you were ready.
Hey, Alabama.
All right. So
Oh, wow.
I heard the comments about the black people, and I was just curious.
Wait, before you go
Why-
in, may I just real quick? Sorry, but just for Mango, I'm gonna put in my slightly bigger nose ring.
Oh,
back
okay.
in a minute.
Please, no.
Do you have gauges too? Wait. So you said
Oh, God.
black people should be enslaved because they're
That's so
inherently
traumatizing.
lazy?
What's the question, man?
That was my question. You said that, right? To clarify. Black people should be enslaved.
The
Okay.
fact that if you enslave them, they become motivated. Without it,
Mango, your mic is being destroyed again. We can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
No, it's still very quiet.
Dude, I'm on my laptop and I have a better mic. Come on now, man.
I'm literally on my laptop.
And I have
I'm
pork on.
screaming. I'm screaming right now.
Jesus.
How are you not able to hear me?
That was a little better. Still quiet.
How about now? Is this better?
Yeah, it's much better.
Much better.
Keep your
Awesome.
mouth
Okay,
placed
so-
against the surface of your laptop, and it'll make it easier for us to hear you.
Near the surface of my what? Sorry.
Laptop.
Can everybody hear me now, though?
Yes. Now
Yeah, we can hear you.
you now make words that sound
So
like something.
I said that without slavery, then they become unmotivated, and because they're inherently lazy, and slavery enables them to actually be productive.
We can't hear you, Ellen.
You're muted.
Do you have any examples at all of this? Like at all? Like any evidence at all indicating this?
Yeah,
Or is this just like
globally, historically, in fact, there's been, consistent pattern of enslaving West Africans because they're very good. When you enslave them, they're so good.
Wait,
they're so
so do you know
productive.
wait,
They're
do you know how they actually got enslaved in the first place?
They were enslaved by so many people because of their
Well, no,
fact that,
not
when you
actually.
enslaved them, when you
No.
enslaved them, they became so productive. It was unbelievable.
No,
So the
it's
minute
actually
you
it's
let
actually
them-
it's actually amazing because the slave trade was actually an extremely important part of the triangle trade, and it actually would have been impossible without the black people there causing the slave trade and
of course, like
being
the black people,
productive,
the
and they
noble
weren't
black-
enslaved.
The noble blacks understood that the blacks were so good at being enslaved because they were so productive. But the minute you let them free, they become lazy, they become stupid,
Hey,
they
what
become
about the
nuisances
black
to
people that were free
society.
that like had their own societies?
What about all the black?
Yeah,
trading
they
with Europeans
they
for
enslaved their own.
firearms?
They enslaved their own.
So with whites. Like,
I don't get it. What's your point? Get to your point.
what's your point?
Is that we need to bring back slavery
Why?
so that they become productive again.
Can we make you the first slave, Mango? Would that be good for society?
Yeah.
The first productive members of society.
So we can make you the first slave? Is that okay?
No, I'm only talking about blacks. Trust me, man, because without it, then they're just lazy bums.
So,
Mango,
welfare.
If we do a
Just
DNA test on you and show that you're actually like 60%
wait,
black,
what
can we
about-
put you in slavery?
No, we're not trusting DNA. We all know DNA is not an accurate source of information. It's not an accurate source of information.
So how do we determine if people are
Yeah, don't-
black?
True.
DNA is overrated. Look
by
at the
by
sunburn.
how productive they are to society.
So if someone is not productive, we're just gonna, independent of their skin color, they must be black.
Yes.
Then you're what?
Guys, I've been sick for I've been sick here in Sweden for 8 years. So I feel like I dropped the N-bomb right now. Holy shit.
Must be a black person. Oh god.
Wait. But wait, have you like turned on your television at all and like watched like football or like basketball or like anything?
I was gonna say the
Oh.
black athletes,
Like
I-
anything?
They are so
what I-
lazy when it comes to whatever opportunities they are given. They are very lazy.
Oh my!
Like what? Going and playing for the NFL?
Yeah, they're extremely lazy, and that's why
How?
they're not given positions of power or influence because they're lazy. They mismanage their
No.
finances. They mismanage their
I don't,
finances.
can you name me?
They
Can you name me a
become
single like notable white athlete that became like a huge position of power afterwards? Doesn't seem like seems like a general trend that athletes misuse their funds and like.
Wait a minute, Jesse
Okay.
No,
Ventura.
it's
Jesse
only
Ventura,
the black
come on.
athletes. Only the black athletes that misuse.
Oh, okay.
their
It's
money.
only them. Yes.
So what about the black guy who owns the $21 billion oil refinery in Africa? How'd that happen?
What about Mansa Musa?
Again.
The
How
richest
about
man
these
on earth.
black people in
Probably-
rap music are the ones who usually
He's
take it further
probably
to
someone
create
who,
record
again,
companies and
I
shit?
mentioned there are two types. There's the ones who are noble, who understand responsibility, and then the ones that are enslaved.
So it sounds like it's has nothing to do with them being black. Completely like separable. Just because you're black
is because
doesn't mean that you're lazy.
99% of them should be in chains. That's what I'm saying. Obviously, there has to be middle management, and that's where he fits in. So he's sort of like the guy who's like making sure that the slaves are doing
the
what they do. He's the
$21
middle
billion
management.
middle management?
Yeah, basically. He's like, the Uncle Tom, basically. So
Okay.
there has
Have
to
you
be
forgotten?
some
Have you
form
forgotten
of
blood?
middle
Have you forgotten
management.
blood before?
I have, and if you're gonna give this
Oh.
stupid argument of everybody has the same blood, so therefore we're all the
No,
same.
no, no, no,
so
no, no, no,
fuck
no,
off.
no, no.
We're
I
not
was
the
just gonna
same.
say like,
Okay, we have this
No,
guy
no.
with the shit on his nose. We're not the same, bro.
I mean, genetically we're pretty similar, but
We're not the same. This is just a stupid argument to make. Oh, we
But
have
no,
the same
all I wanted is like if you've gotten blood before, like what I've
Vimes is
seen,
orange. Why is Vimes orange?
the blood
I
banks.
would
are
Sorry, my
actually
count's not
invented
on.
I would
Gotcha.
never take blood from a black person. I don't want to be lazy.
Can I ask
by- They
something to
have, and you
everyone?
don't even know.
This is
Can I?
Wait,
sorry.
so if you take blood from a black person, you become lazy? Is that how it works? Is that you could like transfer
Yeah,
blackness?
I don't want to be infected.
This is he has made such a huge progress in like genetics. He knew like I found the laziness gene within
Yeah,
blood
that's
that
crazy.
would take. What the dude? Publish this
you,
shit.
You've isolated behaviors and genes.
In blood, specifically blood.
Yeah, in blood. In blood. Wait, can we
Doesn't
just
believe in
can I get a
genes.
blood transfusion and like go
So,
back and be able
so
to
if,
graduate?
if I steal Bill Gates' blood, do I like get smarter?
You are
Yeah,
Bill
do
Gates.
it.
You're
That's
from
how it
the
works.
Pits of hell, mate. You're from the pits of hell. That's what you are.
Yeah.
Question.
Thank you for the
Question
super
for
chat, Jacob.
everyone
Appreciate
here.
it. Go ahead, Vimes. What's your question?
Question for everyone here, but Mango. Yeah.
But man,
What percentage of what he's saying do you think he actually believes?
That's hard to gauge.
100%. I believe it 100%.
I think Mango is crazy enough to actually believe what he's saying. Yes.
I think it's attention. I think it's purely attention.
Well, that doesn't mean
I
he
don't
doesn't.
think-
Not.
I mean, even
It's
if he
not.
wants
Well,
attention,
be a
that
silly
doesn't mean
argument.
he doesn't
Go away.
also believe what he's saying. So those aren't mutually exclusive positions.
I get that, but he contradicts himself. But then again, is he clever enough to know that he's contradicting himself?
How?
It's kind
how
of hard.
Show me one point where I've contradicted myself.
Well, you said all black people were lazy, and then when we pointed out specific examples, you kind of walked that back.
I said
No, no, no.
people
The
are
noble,
lazy,
the noble
except-
black. The
All
noble
black
most.
people are
I said
all
most.
black people are lazy except for the ones who aren't lazy.
except for the ones that you point out.
The ones that actually own money or have wealth, they haven't built the wealth on their own. They actually used other people to build it.
You mean like how? You know,
90% of people do.
yeah, like most white Americans are able to because they have inheritance left by their families,
Exactly. So you don't have to
which
actually work to earn
black
money.
people have been denied that in America.
Well, it's very hard to like
They
just get a
haven't
rock
been
and then
denied
start
anything.
building.
Well, I mean,
Look, mate,
considering the
we need to start
generational
putting
wealth,
some chains around their necks and start getting them to work again. You know.
have you been outside your country?
And the fact that you disagree with it is because you're weak. You're pathetic.
Do you want him outside? I know you probably want him
Oh,
far
that's
away
true.
from you, but
Well,
do we
I
really
mean-
want him outside?
If he's outside, it's higher likelihood that he'll get beat up for saying.
If I can answer that earlier question about how much we believe, like as a Scandinavian, this is like the extreme stereotype of the like conservative American we get. So I'm ready to believe this is true because this is like exactly the stereotype of someone who's like so racist but so dumb they don't understand that they're either of it.
The American
How
right
am
are
I
more
racist?
consistent than he is.
How am I racist?
Yeah,
That's
definitely.
the dumbest thing ever. You sound like a stupid TJump.
Hey,
Left.
hey,
What-
hey,
what-
guys,
wait,
that's
wait,
a
wait, wait,
generalization here. Hey, is a generalization to say everyone on the right is more consistent than Mango? It's not always true. Not everyone on the right is
No.
more consistent.
No, no.
But generally,
Thanks for the super chat, Frank. Appreciate it. I love the hair.
I think
also.
Americans on the right are analogous to Mango's consistency.
can we say generally people are more consistent than Mango?
I think
Probably, yes.
generality in itself is more consistent than Mango.
Historically, black people were used to build civilizations. You know that.
So
No,
we're
historically,
Germanic
we're
people.
white
every
people
people.
were used to build civilization.
Germanics,
Not really.
Wait,
Germans,
wait,
Germans literally built Rome.
Mango, can you
No,
name
they
a,
didn't. They used a bunch of black people.
No,
Mango? You knew like even like European countries use white people to build civilizations as well.
No, white people would just do the designs, and then they use black people to actually
Oh,
pick up the shit and do it.
So white people didn't do anything. They just did the things, and some of the countries had like slaves, but like
No.
for example,
You haven't listened to what I said. I said they do the architecture and the design, but then the people that are picking up the stones and moving the stones around.
So no stones
they
were
came from?
ever moved in Europe before black people arrived.
No, definitely. Do you want to talk
None.
to me about
No,
Swedish history, Mango?
absolutely
This would
not.
be really interesting. I'm not that well versed, but you're like so beyond not read on European history. It's actually insane.
No.
Holy fuck!
Didn't you know all the English castles were built by slaves?
Yeah.
They were all built by black slaves. Nearly
Yeah,
every
of
single one of
course.
them. Yeah.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah,
what
Roman
about Eskimos,
castles.
like ice thingies, the big Eskimo ice thingies?
And
What
if
are
they
called? What are
weren't,
they
if
called?
they
Igloos.
weren't built
Igloos.
by
Were igloos
blacks,
made
they
by
were
black
built
people too?
by... You do realize Italians are black and Spanish people are black. You do realize that.
I'm black.
Well, that's no. Wait, now you're walking into definition of black, which is like the definition of black in America was not white. So like even Irish was black. They were
Yeah,
like,
for a time they were considered.
yeah,
not white.
exactly. And then they were like normalized. So they were like, oh, never mind, they're white. Like
Exactly. That's what I'm
that
trying
argument.
to say. That's exactly what I'm trying to say. Black is not a. It's not a.
Okay, do you want to show me the Italian slaves who built Sweden?
You're looking.
Do you want to
I'm
show me
looking
the
at one.
Italian?
There's one guy with a tattoo on his face with.
Oh, so
wings.
you're like the super like only like what is it, the Caucasus Mountains?
So the
You are
Romans,
straight from the Caucasus Mountains. You are not white.
You know, this whole thing about like the
Trust me,
Vikings
white
being
people
hard
don't
as
build
motherfuckers,
shit,
that's
bro.
just
They only
bullshit. They said
design
in a,
shit. White people don't build anything. They only design crap, and then they let some
Well-
black person from West Africa to build it for them.
if
Fun
most
fact about the Vikings: they got invaded by the Eskimos, and the Eskimos kicked the Vikings' ass.
Well,
yeah, they're fucking
apparently-
hardcore.
all the Romans now are black, so it was
Yeah, they
most of
were.
the world was
Yeah,
built by
apparently.
them.
All the Romans are black.
Yeah, if
They
Italians
were.
are black, then technically,
And I mean, the Greeks might as well be too.
So I'm
They
mostly
are.
black because I'm from Italy. I have Italian heritage.
No, TJump. You're just autistic. Okay.
Okay,
try to-
TJump.
Don't try
So,
to
so wait.
yourself.
If someone's autistic, does that mean they're not black anymore? Are they like immune from
They're
black?
from the pits of hell.
Wait, so
that's
if you're
what
born
they're
in West
from. They're
Africa
from
and
the
you have
pits of
autism,
hell.
you're not black.
They're from the pits of hell. That's what you're from.
who's white then? So if Italians are French black, what about Germans? Where does the
French are queer white people.
Queer white.
Wait. Let me ask this. Do you think there's like a fundamental difference between like people, like inherently, like any significant difference between us as like animals?
Well, I think there is clearly a significant difference between the people on the right side of the screen and the people on the left side of the screen.
Yeah, I mean, if you just look at the black people in America, show me a successful black neighborhood, please. I'm begging you.
Well, actually, so the most successful group in America who's paid disproportionately is immigrant Nigerians. They're actually more
Yeah, I was gonna
successful
bring them
than
up earlier.
literally
Well, no.
everyone else.
well, no, surely
they
the
also-
mafia are Italian. They're quite successful.
Oh, that's
True.
true.
Yeah, they're black,
True.
so that works.
But the thing is, their success isn't.
Wait, under that logic, New
sustainable.
New York had the lowest crime rates. Philly had the lowest crime rates under.
Their
black rule.
success is not sustainable. It's not long term. It's short term success. That anybody can achieve short term
You-
success.
So like 70 years is short-term success? Like what?
Yeah. In comparison to
The
others
average
who have
lifespan of a human short.
in
short
comparison
term?
to others who have generational wealth, absolutely.
Are you just looking for any successful period where black people were?
Black people aren't successful. It's impossible.
Well, ever heard of-
the Roman Empire was pretty
Impossible.
It's
It's
successful.
literally
impossible.
impossible for them.
Have you
The
ever
Ottoman
heard
Empire?
of?
Fantastic success.
Have you ever heard of this wonderful man named Mansa Musa who was so rich that he toured around Europe and crashed the economy and crashed the worth of gold because he had so much.
Yep.
Exactly. They can't even. They mismanage their finances. You know, they can't even manage their own gold.
No, I don't think
Yeah,
you
that's
understand.
so
He was
weird.
so
Well-
rich that he was dumping shit everywhere.
And
he
didn't even
even
balance
like-
his checkbook
Exactly.
throughout
Yeah.
this. What the fuck?
Exactly. They can't
Yeah.
even manage.
He
their
didn't
own
pay his council
finances.
tax. He got.
Exactly. They're mismanaging their finances. They destroy economies. That's what they do. Destroy.
You know,
So
Mango.
being so rich in our economy, you like fuck up the balance. That is an
How is that a
argument for
good
black
thing?
people.
How is that a good thing? That's
Wait,
an
wait, wait,
evil
wait, wait!
thing.
No, don't interrupt me. Let me fucking finish it. So
No,
being
you got
so
nose
rich, you,
rings. You got rings.
yeah,
for
I
your
know. You
nose.
can
You're
only
fucking
ad hoc
interrupting
with me
Shut
because
the
you're
fuck
scared
up,
when I
you
speak. You're
fucking
scared when I
you
speak.
fucking watch your motherfucker.
Why are you so scared of me? Because I have a fucking nose ring. What the fuck? I've called you on so many things, and every time I get to the point, you're like, nose ring. This. What the fuck?
Take that shit out of your nose, motherfucker.
You know, you're scared I'm vegan. I eat the fuck out of you.
You're probably some vegan autistic kid as well.
I just said I'm vegan. What the fuck?
Well, you're
course
autistic, so
you
you're
are.
definitely not black now.
Oh
Wait.
yeah, you're
Oh
good.
fuck! No, I already had my black card approved. I'm useless to society.
Man goes to like a magic 8 ball.
Wait,
You ask
if
him a
you're-
question,
if
and he
you're-
shakes it, find out what comes out. Sorry.
That's funny. The times of slavery were the most prosperous time in America.
Really, right before the invention of antibiotics, where you could just die from a cold.
Or now?
The most prosperous time in America was during slavery,
No,
Based on what
No.
metric?
no.
and you can't disagree with that.
Based on what metric?
I'm
Based
not
on
gonna
what
give the
metric?
metric.
And the least prosperous time is when they were free.
Most
Really?
prosperous based on what metric? Life expectancy, crime rates, a level of wealth, level
Crime
of
rates,
crime rates during the Civil War.
Really?
economic
Economic what?
progress.
Economic progress
Progress.
during the Civil War.
Yes.
What was the economic
Civil
progress during the
War.
Civil War?
Civil War is
So-
just an occurrence. Okay, you're too
Yes,
focused
it's
on that
the
little
thing
bit
that
of time.
happened during a time frame. What is the economic progress that happened during that time frame?
That's just a little snippet of the past.
You're calling the most prosperous point in our history.
Wait, like I'm sorry.
The-
There's
the
so much
most
shit
pos-
going.
The most
There's so-
prosperous point in history was during slavery, and you can't disagree with that.
Yeah, yes, I can.
Well-
That's wrong. I just disagree
Okay,
Well,
with
there's-
that.
well, I mean, considering that, like, if you got like a cut and it got infected, the option was A, die, or B, down a bottle of whiskey and have your doctor cut it off with a saw. That doesn't sound very good to me. It sounds like it's gotten a lot better since then.
You have no freedoms. You're literally an autistic kid in front of a computer.
Yes, who has no freedoms. I'm in front of a computer playing video games with no freedoms whatsoever. I am enslaved.
Yes.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
he's
why.
called.
Wait, aren't you?
I was-
Aren't you also an autistic kid? in front of a computer then, too?
No. He doesn't have a webcam on, so we can't comment about his appearance. So we can't prove he's in front of a computer. We can't see him, you know.
Oh, true. I don't know for a fact he's in front of a computer. 100%.
Well, I'm sure he
This might
wouldn't.
still.
I don't have
I was gonna
100%
say,
certainty. I don't have knowledge.
I'm sure he wouldn't want to actually be
You have faith. We have
recognized
faith
for
he's
his
in front of the
views, would
computer.
he?
I have faith he's using a computer right now and not a magic mirror.
The faith we got by logic.
Do you guys believe in evolution?
No.
All right, so we got about 4
I know
minutes
it's
left in the whereby thing before the whereby closes. So after this, I'm going to move to the Discord for anybody else who wants to go to the after show and make fun of Mango more. Feel free, come to the Discord. I'll put the link in the
Hell yeah.
YouTube.
Absolutely not.
Mango, you like if you need my numbers so you could like blame your mistakes on me because I have a nose ring or anything. Like if you need to cope even more in your life, you know I got you. I'm here for you.
I don't think you need Mango to be
Get
there
help,
to make fun of
man.
him.
Get help. Take that tattoo off your face. Take
So
the
you don't
live up no,
Wait. So you say you don't believe in evolution, right? So like, what do
See
you,
this
what do you
shit?
think about
I
like
got my-
I'm
the?
so triggered by that. Do you have a
Oh, the
wait,
gauges?
Is that a
Yo.
hole in your? Is that a hole in your ear?
Yeah, I got my finger through it.
It's a sign of his it's a slave mark.
Yeah,
So he knows where he's supposed to go.
because I'm so black. By your
Where the
definition.
chains loop through.
That's unbelievable. The fact that we only have 4 minutes left, let me conclude by saying, bring back slavery. Let's bring it back. Let's get this
Oh,
country
starting-
working again. Let's get it working. Let's get it functioning again.
Which country?
Let's get people.
I hope you're not talking about America
I
because
think it
I
means
know you're not
worldwide,
from
just
here.
worldwide slavery.
Oh, he's
Well,
just
He's not,
saying
he's not
anything.
from Europe. No way he's from Europe. He is so not on. He doesn't understand Europe at all. So he's not from Europe.
Oh, he's Australian.
I mean,
He's
if
an
you-
Aussie.
If you look at the Middle East, right,
Oh.
they're actually using slaves from India to build their economy. So, slavery is a good thing.
Yeah, and their
People are very
economies
good.
are. Yeah, their economies are really, really something to compare to the.
if you
industrialized
don't,
economies.
if you don't bring back slavery, they're going to continue to kill each other and murder each other and live and create ghettos.
So if they
We need
have
to bring
slaves,
them
they won't
back.
kill each other? Is that are slaves like?
Yes,
Oh,
it will motivate them to take responsibility.
Do you
for
not
their
think that
actions.
like wait? Do you think everything was like
There was no
People are
murder
happy in
during the period of
slave
slaves.
times.
No murder happened.
They are
There was zero
literally
murders.
incapable of taking responsibility, and they need some other third party to
Mango.
enable that.
I have a homework
Man-
assignment for you, Mango. You need
Oh,
to
can it
watch
be this-
Django uncensored.
No, I have a work assignment for you. How about you put yourself into a fucking psychiatric ward and remain there, please?
Oh, Mango, I've got homework. Please write a history book and let no one edit it for you. Just write it.
Yes.
Just write it straight. Let no one else see it. No one else touch it.
Go on
just
Google
release it.
Docs and just stream of consciousness all of world history.
All right.
That's hilarious.
Meeting
It
will
will
end
be.
shortly. Thanks, guys, for joining the stream. Thanks for showing up in the whereby. Appreciate it. Alvon, Vimes, Tuss, Lawson, and Frank, and the other guys. Appreciate the joining the conversation. You're
Thank you.
invited to come back next time, and I will see you guys
And
in
bring
the
back
Discord.
slavery.
Peace
Thanks,
out.
everyone.
Take
Bring
care,
back slavery,
everyone.
guys.
The mango. Yes.
I love mango tea. That's the worst part. Favorite kind of tea.
Favorite kind of tea. Well, as long as he pays me for debates, I'm okay with it.
It's attention seeking. It's got to be.
Oh yeah, for
It
sure.
has to be.
For sure. For
Oh,
sure.
Someone can't physically hold those views, the same views, and constantly in their head. Surely.
I was only cooking dinner and I just heard him when he went into the slavery thing. I was like, okay, so no one's this dumb, right?
Well, I
haven't heard
think-
someone say something that edgy since high school. So
Well, I think I put myself in a TJump trap where I watched like two of the stupidest debates, like the stupid opponents. Now YouTube just shows me the idiots that you talk to. So what was it, Rick something that I watched today?
The physicist
Oh.
guy.
Yeah, he's not a physicist. That guy who tricked didn't he trick a load of he tricked Lawrence Krauss into a documentary about geocentrism or something.
Yep.
Yeah, I watched him, and then I watched the Mango one the day before, and I was just like, "Oh my god!"
My favorite are when they say they wrote a book, because that makes them like experts in the field. That's basically when I'm like, okay, this guy knows what he's talking about.
I don't think Rick is a physicist.
He is not actually a physicist. He wrote a book and did a documentary with an actual physicist that he like worked with, but he isn't one.
Is he like he's one of those guys who finds a physicist from like who hasn't practiced for like 50 years and then gets
Yes.
into the right stuff?
Yes.
Yeah, those kinds.
do you mean like science can like get better and change if I don't look at it for 50 years?
No,
Are you saying that-
Darwin.
Are you saying
Darwin's-
evidence has changed since I went to college in the 90s?
No, don't even know. Evolution's been debunked. Darwin was debunked because it's all
My mom
Darwin.
is a biologist who went to school during the time where they like didn't teach evolution, I guess. So this is fun. A biologist who doesn't believe in evolution.
Hey, TJump. So I was going to ask you about Eric Sampson.
Yes.
How would you summarize that debate, or like what? Because I was kind of lost in that debate on like what you were trying to get through to him. So, do you remember or?
Yeah, that was the one where we were talking about morality, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, morality.
yeah, I was essentially arguing against his view of morality, essentially taking the subjective morality approach, more or less. And,
Oh, I see. Yeah.
And he was using the worst arguments for moral realism. Like, I don't agree with the philosophical literature's arguments for morality in that, at least the theistic ones, that it's like intuition, blah, blah, blah.
He said something about stands independent Do you remember that? Or
Dance Independent. Nope, I don't remember the specific context.
okay, yeah. So that was interesting, I guess. So yeah.
TJump, speak.
What?
It's the after show, man. Gotta drive this.
Speak the truth, brother.
I'm
Speak
lazy.
the truth.
The point of the after show is for everyone else to drive this, so I can just play my video game. Be lazy.
Okay. Okay, well, I guess I can start off. I mean, Mango did have some points. Like, slavery was the backbone of American industrialization. It did fund it directly. So it was prosperous in many ways to American Southern farmers. But it wasn't just in any way. I think we can agree on that, right? Because that's history.
Sure, I guess you can make money with slaves. That is definitely a thing.
Yeah, and it was what led to America being number one in the world, really. Without slavery, we wouldn't have
Not
reached
really.
there.
Not really.
Yeah, well, I mean, what, like, how else would we have reached to
The natural resources,
industrialization?
agriculture,
Yeah, but there
coal,
was
gas.
no paid labor that would have
Yeah, there is.
drove it as far as slavery.
Yeah, there is. Like, people were being paid to do that as soon as slavery ended.
Yeah, but production wasn't nearly the same. It wasn't comparable to the South.
It-
Con production is what drove
that thing-
funding for industrialization. Am I
Like,
wrong?
Pineapple.
Wasn't slavery rampant across the world at the time?
Like what century? 19th?
Yeah, that's like slavery wasn't just present in the U.S.
No, it wasn't present in the U.S., but what we used it for cotton production was what drove our economy at the time.
But also,
Well,
like, you gotta understand the culture.
Yeah, my
of-
point is,
of,
couldn't,
like,
couldn't anybody have done that?
but like so many people going from Europe to America, and like the way that the culture then appeals to way more people in Europe, and how that has like both glorified America from the Europeans we've seen, and how
Right.
the American culture has been like such a good export.
So no, we could have just paid people to do it. We didn't need slavery. Slavery did build economic help, but it was not required.
But what? I mean, it
Well,
wasn't.
cotton production
I mean,
was our
it was.
leading economic support. Without cotton production, we wouldn't have reached where we were because that's what provides.
Yes,
like
we
in
would
the
have.
South.
Yes, we would have. So we would have had other people who were paid to do the job. Like, slavery was not in any way required to do any of that.
No, but it what drove us as quick as we did to become where we are now. It's 'cause of
No, it
But
wouldn't have changed the speed.
No. Slavery was completely undermined by the Industrial Revolution.
The
Well,
Industrial
we're-
Revolution was funded directly by slavery through cotton production.
Yeah, but it could
Well,
have been
England-
funded by anything. So it would not have changed
But we didn't
economic
have
success.
any other exports that were comparable to cotton
It
production.
doesn't matter. We could have literally paid people to do the work. We didn't need the slaves. The slaves, most
We
slaves
didn't
were owned
need
by
them.
like a small number of people. Like, most work in America was not done by slaves. It was a very, very small percentage.
Well, you can look at England
Well,
with the.
I mean, you can look at a diversity of work, but cotton production was basically managed by slavery.
Which could have
Well,
been
you can look
managed
at-
by anybody else. So the slaves there were not the determining factor in the success. No.
Well, England had got rid of the slave, basically slaves nearly completely by the time we got to the Industrial Revolution.
Yeah, definitely.
So-
England became more in line before America. A lot of Europe became more in line before America. But
Yeah,
what
but
I
you
was
could
meaning
say
is,
England advanced pretty well without the slavery, so surely you
sure,
could see in a
sure,
bigger
but their
way
exports
that
weren't
America
heavily
could have done
reliant
it.
on labor like cotton picking, right? So I would say that is because through direct slavery, where we didn't have to pay our laborers, is how we funded the Industrial Revolution, which then undermined our
No,
slavery
because
itself,
the
right?
Industrial Revolution happened in the North too, with no slaves.
Yeah, but it was funded through the
No,
Southern
it wasn't. That no, it's
Cotton
literally
production.
false.
Yeah,
It
that was
was
our biggest
literally
export.
not funded by slavery. No.
What was it funded then? By
By
what was our
all of the
biggest
other
export
things
in
we
the
were
Middle
making. Slavery was not the primary source of the GDP of that time period.
Well, okay, so 19th century, could you give me the biggest export?
Exports don't matter here. The GDP, what funded the revolution, wasn't exports.
Okay. So besides cotton production, could you give me a certain
Agriculture
money
and food
producing.
was the biggest one.
Agriculture and food. Okay. I I still don't understand how that's even comparable to how cotton producing made much more than any of that.
It
I mean,
didn't.
that was
That's
our
literally
biggest money
not.
maker in the 19th
You wouldn't,
century.
but you wouldn't even need the actual funds at that time. If you could take an like investment out to buy this capital that will outperform all of your slaves, like any bank will give that loan.
So
It
again,
doesn't seem like you need to actually
slavery
have that money.
makes no difference. You would make equally as much money with no slaves and just hiring people to do the work, which is what they did. The cottons didn't go away. Our cotton production did not go away as soon as slavery ended.
Sure, it didn't, but it's not meant to emphasize whether it went away or not.
No,
It
no,
was
your
like,
argument that undermines your argument. It completely debunks your entire argument. So if we can still get as much cotton production with no slavery, then the slavery part is irrelevant to the cotton production or the amount of money we make or the way that we fund the Industrial Revolution. All those things could have happened independently of the slavery because cotton production was still happening without the slavery.
Yeah, but it wasn't done nearly as efficiently.
No, it was done more efficiently. That's where we went to the Industrial Revolution.
Oh yeah, when you funded it through. Okay, yeah, but the funds directly came from our cotton exports. I mean, I don't understand how.
Yes, which could have happened
those
without the
those
slaves. So it
interconnected,
literally
those
makes no
intertwined with
difference.
one
What you're
another.
saying is literally
Okay, but you
stupid.
no, but what you're saying is, oh, we didn't need slavery
Yes,
to
we
conduct
didn't.
cotton production and whatnot. We could have been paying laborers, right?
Yes.
Okay, sure, that's fine. Was a lot more expensive to hold slavery here in America, but the efficiency is what was the deciding factor. It
No,
was a
there
lot
was
more
no.
efficient to hold
It
slaves
wasn't.
than it produced.
The demand
Yes,
was
it
the
was.
deciding factor. It was not the efficiency. Like efficiency means they
Yeah,
didn't
but
make as much
efficiency by
money
which
for the
you can actually
owners.
import
No,
slaves
stop talking.
and have
Stop
them work
talking.
for
Stop
free.
talking, or I'm going to mute you.
Okay, bro.
So
Go ahead.
as I said, like the supply and the demand is the deciding factor. Cotton mills were still making money by paying people without the Industrial Revolution. They were still making money and still exporting things without slaves. You don't need the slaves for any of that. So literally your argument is debunked. Like, no, we could do it all without the slaves. Would they have made slightly less money? Sure. Would that have made it unprofitable? No.
Slightly less money.
Yes, which isn't the problem. Like, you literally don't need to be super wealthy.
I wouldn't think it would be slightly less money. I think it would be quite significant.
No, it's not. Because guess what?
Yeah.
They were still making profit after slavery, so it's not significant.
Yes, of course they were making profit after slavery. There's no argument.
So your
about that.
argument just got destroyed.
The argument wasn't destroyed. It was that the
Yes, your
efficiency of
argument was
slavery
literally
ultimately led
destroyed.
to it.
You don't need obscene profits in order to fund the Industrial Revolution. You don't need obscene profits to make exports of cotton. You don't need obscene profits to do any of that. Your entire
you
dumb
don't,
argument
but it
is,
was
oh, they
efficiency
weren't
and
making
how
obscene
quick it
profits.
was
Oh,
driven.
no.
How quick we reached the Industrial Revolution. And it was
Which
because
had
it was directly
absolutely
funded
no
through
difference
slavery.
there. No difference.
didn't fund
No,
it as
you're an
quickly, we
idiot.
wouldn't have been
Oh
there.
my
It
god.
has
I
nothing
just
to do with
debunked
funding
you.
and everything to do with discovery.
Not necessarily discovery.
Yes, yes.
You can
yes.
discover. Okay, you can discover plenty of things. Doesn't mean you have the funds to support.
No, you
actually-
idiot. You
The rest
dumb,
of the world
you
was
dumb
already
idiot.
industrialized.
You dumb
Yes,
idiot. It
of course
wasn't
the rest of
the
of
people
course,
who
yes,
stop
we were
talking.
trying to catch up. We were playing
Server muted. Dumbass. The cotton people didn't invent any of this shit. The scientists did. And it weren't funded by the cotton farmers. The cotton farmers put their money in big mansions and shit. No, dumbass. The cotton farmers making obscene money did not in any way affect the Industrial Revolution at all. Dumbass. These things had already existed and were already been all over the world, and people then transferred the technology to different places. None of it was funded by the cotton farmers. Dumbass. Literally irrelevant. Next topic. Thank you for the super chat, God420. I missed the server. God is crying, Scotty. Your fault.
TJump, I just wanted to thank you for the tip you gave one time about the blood donations.
The what donations?
For money or plasma.
Oh,
rather.
yeah. See, the
Super
plasma
OG.
donations.
Yes. Actually ridiculous how much money you can make depending where you are.
Yeah, it's like $1,000 a month is what I'm making. Oh, and if you have a referral bonus, you get like an extra 200 or something.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to get people to go, but every time I try to mention plasma for money, they're like, "But why would you give your body?" And I'm like, "Money, and it helps people. Who cares?"
Hey, TJump, do you have to pay taxes on that money, or is it like
Yes.
under? Okay.
Of course, you have to pay taxes on it.
Unless you make under $12,000 a year, then you don't.
But wasn't that like a thing that changed because at first you didn't have to pay taxes at all because it was like considered charity or something?
That's what I was wondering.
I don't think so.
I'm talking like old, like 15 years ago or something.
I have no idea how it worked 15 years ago.
Damn, dude, you gotta get more old school.
I was 15 years ago. Or actually, I was like 20, 15 years ago. 18?
Yeah, I was 12 and I was atheisting the fuck out of YouTube. Amazing atheist, holy shit.
Apparently,
in
there was
my.
like. Go for it, man.
Oh no, go.
No, I was just gonna say. Apparently, there was like a whole community on YouTube back in the day, like a Google Plus community. I don't know if you heard about that, Tom, but I don't know.
Huh?
Apparently, they would
What
jump
about it?
on there and talk about. Yeah, they would jump on there and talk about like they called it the Great Debate, Steve McRae's thing, you know.
Yeah, I know
So
that. What about the Great Debates?
no, I'm just saying that they used to have like a whole bunch of people on YouTube that would talk about the Great Debate and all that. So
Yes, I remember that. What about, was there something you were going to say about them?
no, no, no. I was just like it's interesting that they used. I don't know why they fizzled out. I'm not sure what happened, but I don't know. I was just bringing it up.
Oh, I remember. Yeah, it was the what's it? Google Hangouts got debunked, got destroyed. They
Yeah, it got destroyed.
discontinued.
Right,
That's
right,
why.
right.
That's why it got ended.
Would you have been part of that? You think?
It
TJump,
was.
or?
I didn't care about it, but I was in it.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Tom.
Hey,
I keep telling you not to talk to those people like that retarded Aussie dude. It's gonna rot your brain.
he paid me, so
Oh, okay, for sure. What do you think about retributive justice?
retributive justice, like
Or
revenge.
maybe I didn't say it right. Yeah, like the concept that punishment over like rehabilitation, sort of.
I think it's completely counterproductive.
Weird.
So did Mango just pay for the abuse?
Yes.
Like BDS, it's basically BDSM then, really.
What's the attention thing? He wants attention, and so he pays me to get on my YouTube
Oh,
channel.
He definitely does. It's just I just find it weird to just make up stuff for attention. But I guess
I don't know. I don't think I wouldn't call him a Poe. I don't think he's like making it up. I think he genuinely believes the stupid things he says.
Hey,
oh, it worries me.
If I were you, Tom, I would raise the price and see how much you can get out of them.
well, like, regarding him being a Poe, I feel like if you watched a bunch of Kent Hovind and shit, this feels like if Kent Hovind is the one who has read and studied about this his entire life, I feel like Mango is like the one who hasn't read anything and just heard him talk and felt like, yeah, that dude is the one.
I just find it weird when someone's got so many abhorrent and ridiculous views. You always feel like they're inventing them because they're just trying to be kind of.
I don't know. I feel like there's some form of like I don't know, coherency in that. Not that they're coherent in itself, but I can like see the entire string they're coming from of this like white Jesus savior thing.
You found the consistency in Mango.
It is literally Jesus is white. That is his whole fucking worldview. I swear to God.
Well, there is some Australian. Is it Australian? I think there's some very weird Australian religious people who there's certain cults. I think, if I remember.
TJump, I have a very important question.
Yeah.
When are you playing Elden Ring?
After I finish this game,
Okay, good. This is what I like to hear.
I'm currently playing Horizon Zero Dawn, Horizon whatever.
Oh, the robot animal.
Yep.
Journey to the West, something like that.
Starts with it's like F something. So Horizon F something. Future forward something.
Forbidden West.
That's it.
Yeah, Forbidden West.
Hey, TJump, when you get Elden Ring, can you start streaming that if you can, or?
Sure.
That's supposed to be harder than Dark Souls, so let's see if it's actually a challenge for you.
That doesn't sound at all true. I mean, Dark Souls isn't even hard, but like an open world game where you can literally just run around and pick up all your like upgrades does not sound difficult.
But that's what I've been hearing. I haven't played it yet.
Let's take it from someone who went full int, full magic. I just stand still and fire a laser.
Yeah, that's about right.
I played all the Dark Souls games, so.
Thank you for the super chat, Jacob. The chair will repay each person according to what they have done. Jump 1415.
You can literally get an item in that game that, like at the start of the game, that can one-shot everything.
Oh god. Yeah, open world games like that have the problem of since there's no structure to when you can pick up the equipment, as long as you know where it is, you can just walk to where the best equipment is, pick it up, and then just kill everything in the planet.
But some of the later bosses will still murk you. Yeah, they don't play around. They even give you like the you're like supposed to summon stuff to help you, and even when it helps you, like you're still like even when you're in a 2v1, it's still impossible.
Well, since it's Dark Souls, it's just memorizing the attack patterns and dodging, and then you kill everything.
Yeah.
The only problem is
when they make them ridiculous.
I don't think any of them are ridiculous. I think the reason they are hard is because their animations are unintuitive. So it's not obvious which way you're supposed to dodge by watching the animation. You kind of just have to like test it and figure it out. And that's really what makes the Dark Souls games harder. That and the stupid stamina bar, which is totally pointless.
Stamina management
Is garbage and makes the game not fun.
It's
I'm
never the
looking forward
funnest.
I'm looking forward to the Elden Ring speedruns. That will be the shit.
I think they already exist.
They've done like 30 minutes.
Hell yeah.
You can literally just walk and go to like it's just like Breath of the Wild. You can just literally go finish the game if you want. You don't have to collect all the sacred powers or whatever. You could just go end the game.
Well, Well, the Breath of the Wild speedruns are pretty cool, though. I'm gotta say, like the whole mechanics of like flying away on trees and shit, like that's pretty interesting, and it's like the thought behind it is still like very respectable. I feel.
I don't really like speedruns. I kind of find them boring.
Watching them are okay. Sometimes it depends on my mood.
Yeah, agreed.
Like-
I don't watch them like I watch gameplay.
There's a whole speedrun community out there. They get together and they do speedruns. So
It is amazing.
yeah,
The guy like beating the Mario 64 speedrun, who's crying and his parents run into his room. That clip is like the best shit on the internet.
Personally, I like watching speedruns of Sonic games just because they're all broken, all of them. So it's just like somebody running through the map and the game just ends.
What are you talking about? They are so totally balanced. I don't know what you're talking about.
I prefer Ninja Gaiden.
Classic NES speedruns like Ninja Gaiden. I like how the Retro Runner recently beat Arcus's like 5-year long lasting speed record of Ninja Gaiden. That was a pretty cool achievement.
So the 10K subs was the pink hair. At what amount of subs do you do Sonic 06?
What?
Sonic 06 is like the most broken game in the world.
Pay me enough money and I will do it.
I don't think there is enough money.
I already went through this.
Oh, you were a game tester though. Never mind.
Yeah, I used to be top 10 on Ninja Gaiden 2 in the world, so.
Oh, so you must know what I'm talking about in terms of speedrun world records of Ninja Gaiden 1, right?
Yep, I've seen that. Where there's the final boss, the big spirally 2D thingy. Forget his name. Yes, I've seen those.
That's where everyone loses their time, right? At the final two bosses.
Yeah. But I like Ninja Gaiden 2 better than the damn it. The 2D ones. I didn't like the 2D ones as much. I like the 3D ones.
Anyone here ever play the Diablo games?
A long time ago.
Yeah.
Yes, 1, 2, and 3.
I like those games. Those are good. Hey Tom, so what'd you think about Barack Larry? What about him?
He was essentially like the precept level, I guess. Nice guy overall, I guess, but weird arguments.
Hey Tom, do you think arguments can ever be a justifiable reason to actually accept any type of belief, like a belief in a god? Because it seems like arguments can always be somewhat justified, but arguments seem to need to be supplemented with evidence eventually to get to a point where you can differentiate it.
Yeah, I don't think because arguments are a form of analytic conceptual evidence. So arguments can be good evidence for things like conceptual, math, logic, whatever, but never for things that you think are outside of your imagination. For that, you're going to need some premises in the argument that have to be verified through like science or whatever. So it can't be verified through the argument itself. You have to have some independent way to verify it.
I mean, that seems to be a fundamental issue with apologetics, where arguments is the only thing they have. But like you said, arguments are only valid with things like mathematics or conceptual things. But like if you want to demonstrate that something exists in reality, like a God that cares about you, that's walking on planet Earth or whatever, like you need some sort of other evidence that, like it never seems to be presented by any apologist.
Yep.
So Mango just asked in YouTube chat that he would want to get on the Discord.
Okay, well I unbanned him, so he should be able to join.
Well, then join Mango.
I think Scotty reported him to Discord to try and get him permabanned from all of Discord. I don't know. That might have happened, so I don't know.
Yep. I missed it. What happened?
Scotty reported Mango to Discord to try and get him permanently banned from all of Discord.
What did he do?
I think he was saying the N-word or something. I don't remember.
I was mildly concerned that the things he was saying were going to get you like booted from YouTube.
I don't think so.
I wasn't sure what their TOS is, but I just like when he was like black people should be in chains again. I don't know. I'm not sure what YouTube's TOS is, but
Well, I mean, Hake is still on YouTube, so I think they're pretty lenient as long as you don't like say the N word. I think you're fine on that part.
Hey, TJump, would you ever debate Jesse Lee Peterson if you haven't already?
Sure.
That would probably be entertaining as hell.
I'd love to go on his show, do a JLP interview.
dude, he's hilarious. Like, and not on purpose, but
But do Tom, do you love black people?
Nope. So I'm gonna say too. I was like, nope.
he's gonna be like, "Oh, that's okay." He's gonna be like, "Tom, you have pink hair. That's a girl's hair color." I don't know if anybody saw when Destiny debated him, but he's like, "Destiny, that's a girl's name."
That's a girl's name.
But isn't Jesse also a girl's name? No, wouldn't I?
He calls Donald Trump the Great White Hope.
Yeah, but he's always a good sport. Whenever people meme on him, like he's such a meme, and people meme on him, he always like laughs at it. He's
True.
I think that's why I think a lot of leftists or people that disagree with him like being on the show, because it's never like toxic or comfort. Like, it people just laugh, right?
I don't know. He could say some pretty gnarly shit.
But
Yeah, I think there's some people he's kicked off actually a couple of times.
Oh, he has.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Yeah. I mean, who would he kick off? Like,
I don't remember.
I think he kicked off. It was either Hassan or Destiny, one of the two.
No, not Destiny. No.
Wait, didn't we kick off MOZ?
Yeah, but I think it was because they were like losing their shit. Like, if you could just be calm and like not freak out over the stuff he's saying, he's not going to kick you off.
Yeah, but when Destiny was on, he was just laughing and having a good
Yeah.
time. He wasn't like, yeah.
But the thing I like is that like Destiny, Dylan Burns, and Vosh all have said that he is like the exact same person off scene as he is on stream. Like he is the exact same person, and I just love that idea. Yeah, I kicked off David Pacman. Thank you, Udev.
Oh yeah, it was.
David Pacman isn't the type to like get angry, so he probably.
Sure Mango's a troll.
No,
So-
but David Pacman is the one who keeps straight to the arguments.
So yeah, the
Yeah, I
fact
think-
that he kicked David probably means he was making good points or something.
Yeah,
that's
David.
exactly what happened.
David
he
might
was holding
get
his feet
serious,
to
but
the
he
fire.
never gets mad. David gets serious, but like he'll be like, I'm not memeing anymore. Like here's some serious point I want to make, but he never gets mad, like insulting. Like, I don't think he's ever been insulting against anyone.
He did ask Destiny if he was autistic, and I didn't get the sense it was in like a caring, friendly kind of way of asking.
That's pretty ironic, seeing as though he has like a weird ass speech impediment, though.
Yeah, and I've noticed that like on a lot of Discord servers and like most like Twitch platforms and stuff, the R like retard, it's a banned word, but now everyone just says autistic, like in place of it.
Like that's some kind of insult.
Well, it's like
I didn't realize that there was a
offended
caring,
against,
friendly way to ask somebody if they were autistic. I thought that was always meant as like a shitty ad hominem attack.
Yeah, it's like
exactly. Like, when has Destiny ever like taken it like, oh my god, I'm so offended that you called me autistic? Like, you just gotta laugh at that shit.
Well, I just can't stand the hypocrisy on some platforms where they think that like by not saying the R word and saying autistic instead, they're like being more sensitive somehow when the sentiment is the same.
Well, that's how all language works. They ban one word and they just use a different word to mean the same thing.
Yeah, but it is
Yeah.
completely different. Retarded can mean like a learning disability, while autistic is not. It could be just a social like interaction disability, and you can be very intelligent and autistic. Like it can mean completely different things, right? So
Well, the point
that's
is
fair.
that the way it's used in society is that, like, being retarded doesn't necessarily mean a bad thing in any way. It's just a mental condition, and so similar to being autistic, it's just a mental condition. But because it's used in a way that is derogatory and has become a derogatory term, that's why it's seen as bad, kind of like the N-word. It's because people use it in society in a way to mean bad, and that's why it's banned. And now they're just
because
transitioning to a different
you're
word.
acting in a way that's a choice, and it's not. I mean that's one of the problems, right? Like being autistic or like having a learning disability is not a choice, but the insult is meant to be taken as like you're acting in a way that you're choosing to be stupid on purpose.
Well, I don't think it matters. Like, I think it's just because it's meant to be derogatory, and that's literally nothing else matters. Because if it's just meant to be derogatory, then they ban it. And then as long as society accepts that and sees it as derogatory, then it becomes like a bad thing. Like the OK hand symbol that's now been associated with the far right because of 4chan, and now that's banned by many different. Oh, you're using a far right symbol. Like, that's
But
so
I mean,
stupid.
don't you agree that like certain mental illnesses should just be like obviously once we understand what they are, like you shouldn't use it as a
This reminds me of a couple of different conversations I've had with people where they have trouble distinguishing the difference between an insult and an ad hominem. And I've had to explain this to a bunch of people, like what the difference is. Like you can insult somebody and still make a point, and it's not an ad hominem attack.
Yeah, but why
Right?
something you're not in control of an ad hominem? Like if you're autistic or you're suffering like a learning disability or your certain skin color, how can that ever be an ad hom, right? Like an ad hom
Well,
can never be
anything can be an ad hom. Like any ad hom is just any word that is meant to be derogatory. It doesn't actually matter whether or not it's an insult or not. Like saying gay, there's literally nothing wrong with being gay, but it's seen as an ad hom or a neg just because of how society treats
that's
it.
changing, right? Like how many people think like calling someone gay is a good ad
Well,
hom?
no, they all change. That's how
Maybe
language
10
works.
years
It's all changing. Like, it doesn't matter. The meaning of the word
Yeah.
literally has no impact on whether or not it's an ad hom. Like most
I
curses
agree with
had
you,
nothing to do with what they actually mean. Like F you,
always-
the F word it literally was not an insult back in like the.
No, but it did. It does matter what it meant. Like 20 years ago, like calling someone gay, like there was a reason why that was an ad hom.
Well, I always thought
was
that what an ad hominem was when you're in an argument and you say you're wrong because you're an idiot. Like it's attacking the argument by trying to attack the argument and say the argument is wrong because the person is an idiot or whatever.
But it can be more nuanced than that. They can also just bring up like the insult as a way of derailing your argument and not actually declare that your argument is wrong because of the
that's right,
insult.
yeah.
It's
Yeah, like
still
I
an ad
can-
hominem. It's just an
can-
implied ad hominem instead of an explicit one.
Yeah, there's two things there. Like one, if someone says like if you say your argument's wrong because of X, Y, and Z, you idiot, and then they accuse you of using an ad hom, that would be wrong. It would be an error to accuse you of an ad hom if you address their argument and then insulted somebody. But if someone just insults you, you can say, yeah, that's an ad hom. If they just like you're an idiot, that's an ad hom. It's perfectly fine to use it in that context.
Yeah, that's
Originally,
exactly
when
what I was
gay
trying
was
to get.
used in as an ad hom, it wasn't just calling someone stupid. It was literally thinking someone that is gay is a terrible person.
Couldn't you also say like
that context needs to be taken into the historical context of ad hominem slurs needs to be taken into account.
I don't think so.
it's like the whole like cracker debate. Like cracker is banned on Twitch now. And like Hassan's dumbass is like, it's not an insult because cracker used to mean like whip cracker, like the white slave drivers. So
I
it's
think
not
he's just
offensive.
memeing when he says that. He's just memeing.
I think he's completely moronic. Like I think Hassan is just stupid. Mind you, I don't think he's stupid, therefore his arguments are dumb. I think his arguments are what makes him stupid.
Well, he is kind of a
Literally, his
juggle.
arguments just affect his brain chemistry and just make him stupid.
Yes, there you go. Yep.
Imagine the arguments you're gonna have if you're someone like Hassan and have like 100,000 like viewers while you're streaming on Twitch and you're a multimillionaire. You're not gonna think you're wrong very often, right? Like just the fact they have so much popularity, you can assume you're correct. Like it's kind of his popularity is feeding his like understanding of how intelligent he is when he makes these statements, and that's not really Hassan's fault. That's kind of a fault of the entire feedback loop that he's part of.
What was that Roman emperor that had someone that followed them everywhere and just reminded them that they're just a man? Does anybody know who I'm talking about?
Excuse me.
Like they were so worried about what the phenomenon you just mentioned that they had someone just follow them around and say, "Remember, you're just a man." That's what some people need.
And when I think of that, I'm thinking of Cicero, but he was never an emperor. He was just a statesman.
Maybe it wasn't an emperor. Maybe it was just somebody super high up. I don't remember.
Yeah, didn't it used to be a tradition in America to pick your like running mate when you're running for president from the opposite party? So you're like the opposing views are represented. I think it's similar.
Yeah, something like that. A lot of people are saying that's why Putin has the mentality he does, because he surrounds himself with yes men.
Sycophants.
Well, they have no choice but to say yes.
Right.
Wouldn't it be based if we had a kind of policy where like the president needed to take a running mate from the opposite party? I think that'd be actually pretty cool.
I've heard that idea too. Like you have to have a Democrat and Republican vice president and president, or vice versa, whatever. Yeah.
I think we
And then,
need
like,
more
they
than
switch.
2 parties. I also think that a decentralized policy making platform is a really good idea.
I don't feel like it would benefit anything to like get someone from the other party unless you actually they were going to help you do the things you wanted to do. So because if they aren't going to help you, then it's counterproductive.
Sorry,
The
guys.
value of optics nowadays seems to be so important that that alone would be, just having party only.
Hey, stop banging! Whoever's banging, stop it.
Sorry, I'm at work.
Mute yourself.
Just need a president that's gonna like do the shit they say they're gonna do. That would be nice.
Well, I mean, the problem is
Bernie would have done what he said.
Well, the problem is the Senate and the House. Like, in order to do anything, you have to be able to get it through the Senate and the House, and that's the problem. With the filibuster is a huge problem. We need to get rid of the filibuster, and that will allow more stuff to get passed. But even then, we still need a way to get rid of special interests in lobbying, to get rid of the money out of politics so they can actually pass something and not be worried about it getting backlash from the people who are in charge or who give them money. So there's lots of different problems that we have to overcome in order to make the government not a useless pile of crap.
Yeah.
Yeah, like companies like Core Civic that lobby in the government for anti-crime bills.
There's a
What do you
certain
guys think
aspect
about the
lobbying that's
concept of
important,
a decentralized policy platform using something like blockchain technology?
I would not be necessarily I think that's a good idea because again, we have a majority of or we had recently a majority of Republicans. So it would not necessarily be a great idea.
I got a great view tonight, guys.
A great what?
A great view. Night
Yeah.
sky.
Are your neighbors having sex with the curtains open or something?
No, I work solar.
Oh,
and
cool.
I'm out in a state site, and I'm working on the panels all night long. And the sky looks beautiful.
I plan on apprenticeshiping with an electrician to learn how to do that because I install roofs and shit's definitely the future.
A lot of these materials are really cheap, and a lot of it, there's a lot of plastic parts too, so it's kind of not as clean as they like to say it is.
Yeah, I mean, how do solar roofs respond to hail?
These panels are pretty tough, to be honest. They can withstand some pretty good hail impacts. There's different brands. There's like, LG. I don't think LG makes them anymore, but a lot of them are Chinese made. They have Chinese lettering all over them, but they're the glass on one side is pretty thick. This side I'm on is, I think it's like it's a little over 10 megawatts. So it'll power a nice small town. What do you guys think the future of clean energy is?
I don't think there's ever one answer. That's the problem with anyone that tries to give a solution to clean energy. Things like solar, or depending on certain latitudes of planet Earth, hydro depends on certain geographic regions. Nuclear power is good in certain areas. You don't want maybe a nuclear power plant right on a fault line. Things like oil and gas might be very good in northern climates that don't have other options. I think there's not one singular solution for a future. I think everything needs to be implemented depending on the climate, environment, economic situation. Everything needs to be taken into account.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm pretty sure the one solution to clean energy is a solar sphere.
I think there's a lot of
the best clean energy would be artificial photosynthesis.
Yeah, I've thought about the Cody's lab. I love his channel, by the way. He did an experiment where he's been doing energy generation using algae, and I don't know. I think that's something in the future where we could go a long ways with that. Using algae photosynthesis to create energy. It's not very practical now, but
extracting energy from algae seems akin to something like fusion energy or things that right now we're currently like the input is outweighing the output, so we don't have the technology involved to actually extract energy where it's efficient, but maybe eventually, hopefully.
Oh, and one thing, so I don't know who said it earlier. Somebody said about the longitude, latitude of solar sites. This site actually, they've been inventing a lot of new innovations to improve efficiency on these sites, and this site has a sun tracking system. So the entire table of panels rotates. It has a light sensor in the middle.
So the hope is that the energy required to move the panels to respond to the sun is better than what it takes to actually do that, right? Like,
yeah, it's actually
it's always
not
input output.
the motor that turns the table is not actually hooked up to the main sequence of panels on the table. It's hooked up to a side panel, and the motor is designed on a very, I don't know what you would call it, a gear ratio that has a lot of torque, but it doesn't require much energy, and it slowly turns throughout the day and it follows the sun, so you get maximum efficiency.
I mean, maintenance would also have to be taken into account, right? Like,
Oh yeah.
every year, would you have to like oil it, grease it, bring people over to?
No, actually, the motor is actually it's encased in like solid it's the whole thing is encased in steel, so it's like self lubricating. It's look at it here. Yeah, the whole thing is designed to. It's solid. It's solid. It's not. You can't even really take it apart.
We just need a Dyson sphere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I said.
I mean, I'm wondering, is it true that we have to be carbon neutral by 2050
For what?
to like
To not die.
to like
Or
stop the worst
else.
effects of climate change or
Well,
something?
no, we're already past the point where we can stop the effects. It's going to happen, but it's not going to like destroy the planet.
Aren't we
It's gonna
overdue
make
Oh,
it
for
so
suck.
like
an
worst,
ice
like
age?
we can't stop any, like the worst effects are like already
W-
inevitable.
We're actually experiencing the effects right now, right? So
Yeah,
it's
it's
like
already happening.
just like TJump said, like you can't stop it because we are actually experiencing it today. The effects. So it's
Yeah,
not.
yeah. Last summer we I live in upstate New York, and our summers they usually only get up to like high 70s, mid 80s. And last summer we were getting 105 degrees up here near the Adirondacks, and that's I've the hottest summer before that I'd ever experienced in my life was like 90 something degrees up here, and last year it was the hottest it's ever been up here. There was a couple deaths, heat stroke and everything.
And I think that happened in India too, like 3 years ago. It happened like 120-degree days.
Republicans are still gonna close their eyes and plug their ears to it all.
Did you guys see that movie Netflix? Don't Look Up.
Yeah,
I haven't
That was
seen it. Is
funny.
it really good?
It's pretty good, yeah.
it's kind of depressing at the end because then you realize that's probably how it would go down.
Yeah. I love the portrayal of what's his name? God, the guy that created the cell phones and shit.
Oh, Elon. Are you talking about Steve Jobs?
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
it was
That was like
supposed
a
to be. It was supposed to be Elon Musk.
no. I don't. No,
It's a
that's not how
combination.
Elon.
It was a combination of everyone.
Yeah, that's kind of what I got from it.
Like the brooding genius that thinks he's fucking. Everything's about marketing. And then when he got
Where I'm
questioned,
from,
he. Huh?
oh, I was just saying that where I'm from, we last year or maybe it was the year before, we broke our all-time record for high temperatures by like 12 degrees.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, you guys
What,
see
what,
that? There's supposed to be the East Coast is getting a spider infestation.
Spider?
Yeah, it's this
Cool.
species of spider from Georgia, and they're gonna be spreading millions of them all up the East Coast. Last
They're
year
like
there was a spider
invasive.
infestation. Yeah, they're because the atmosphere is warming up. They're spreading all up the East Coast, and hotter temperatures means they can breed more comfortably. And they don't die when there's cold snaps at night.
I guess
So
one of the really strange things about climate change is that there's still right now this kind of consensus where there's a lot of different aspects of climate change that are based on so many different factors, right, and effects that climate change is going to affect on our planet. But
oh yeah,
the major aspect of climate change is literally just the laws of physics. Or there's absolutely no doubt that the most important aspect of climate change, that CO2 actually traps heat in our atmosphere because solar radiation is um, it's transparent in our atmosphere, and when it radiates out, it becomes CO2 is an opaque, like kind of a blocking factor where it blocks the radiation that comes from our planet and rebounds it back on Earth, and it creates increased amount of heat. Like this is just physics. There's no doubt. There's no, you don't need to appeal to consensus. Like this is actually
Yeah.
scientific fact of nature that that increased amounts of CO2 in our atmosphere is going to increase the temperature on planet Earth. This is a fact of physics.
This is why religion, so especially religions like Islam and Christianity, are so dangerous, because they actually teach that the earth is yours to consume, be fruitful and multiply, and they'll think about because it's all going to burn up anyway when Jesus comes back and whatever.
I think it's the part about God will never destroy the world again after the global flood thing, therefore we don't have to worry about it.
That probably too. It's a mix of everything. You guys ever seen that movie Snowpiercer?
Yes, it has a TV show too, which is pretty good.
Hell yeah. Is that on Netflix?
I pirate my stuff, so I have no idea which thing
I think
it's
it's
on.
on Prime.
In a video game.
I mean, that whole situation in that movie is set up because they tried to put oxygen into the atmosphere and it cooled it down to the point. They put some like freezing agent to produce more oxygen or something, and it caused the planet to freeze.
But in real life, we are overdue for an ice age, and it is going to become no matter what we do.
Server settings, bands. Where's bands?
I can see Orion, guys. I got a full view of Orion.
Well, it's probably because it's down there.
Is this Snowpiercer TV series worth watching then?
Yeah, I like the movie better than the show, but the show is pretty good too.
I've seen the movie. I enjoyed the movie, but I haven't got to the show yet because I'm kind of like, well, I've seen the movie.
Romego, you're not there. I've unbanned you. You're not on the ban list. Bro. IBRO. Not banned. Not on the ban list.
The first time I watched Snowpiercer, I was high as fuck. And when it got to the scene where he looked inside the nutrition block maker and there was a bunch of bugs, that shit creeped me the fuck out, man.
You guys read the theory that Snowpiercer is a spiritual sequel to Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's pretty good. That's the reason I watched Snowpiercer.
I don't think it is, though. It's fandom.
I just watched it because it was a good movie.
I don't know, man.
Yeah. What's his name? The director. He actually played in it. The Japanese guy or Korean guy. He makes a lot of dark movies. I think he made Train to Busan too.
Zombie one?
Yeah, the same director did Snowpiercer. He's made like animes too. I don't really know anything off the top of my head. You guys want to know something interesting about me? If you guys care.
Well, we've just talked to Mango, so it better be interesting.
I grew up in a religious cult, homeschooling cult in upstate New York.
Christianity?
Yep. Yeah. But it was like they used to force instead of sermons on Sunday, we would sit for like 5 or 6 hours in the sanctuary, and they would play Kent Hovind seminars on the projector. And they forced us to do Abeka, the Abeka creationist propaganda textbooks. We had to do schoolwork out of those.
Pandas and people.
I don't think it was that early. It was just more like, I don't even remember what they were called, but they were just the Abeka book brand. They're all creationist propaganda curriculum.
Oh my god!
And
Forced to listen to Ken Hovind over and over.
yeah, I was young and indoctrinated. I believed all of it when I was younger, so 'cause everybody else around me did.
How did
And
people sit for like 5 or 6 hours? That sounds like
because the guy who ran it, his name is Jerry Irwin. He was like a 6'5", 300-pound dude. He was really charismatic and psychopathic, and he would have moments where he'd like explode in rage. He used to frighten people, and he had control of everybody's lives. Like he got people to even put food stamps in the collection plate if they didn't have money. Like that's how much control he had over them. And he died, and then all his kids, they're all in prison now because one of the kids I grew up with in there, I had left, but they stayed. Their family stayed, and they actually ended up killing him because they like accused him of like a bunch of different shit, like witchcraft, and they did like some spiritual beating, and he died, and they all went to prison.
Jesus.
It was on like CNN. My uncle was on CNN talking to fucking Anderson Cooper about it.
Must have been a lot of repetition because Kent Hovind only has like an hour's worth of arguments. So listen to him.
No, he has like 40 or something hours of seminars.
An hour is pretty generous.
His whole seminar pack. They bought the whole thing. It's like $80 for the whole thing. Oh shit, guys! I just saw a meeting. Anyway, but no, they used to fucking make us watch those every Sunday. That and Ken Ham documentaries. They get this. They made us watch documentaries about how the Holocaust was fake, how the Branch Davidians in Waco, Texas, were actually persecuted by the government, and like terrible shit. Alex Jones. They played Alex Jones all the time too.
I'm sorry to hear, my dude. I'm sorry.
I mean, that's what drove me away from Christianity, was that, looking back on how absolutely insane those people were.
Yeah, absolutely. But you shouldn't have to experience that to reach that point. Like that.
Oh yeah, I got a lot of trauma from it, dude.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry you had to go through that, Angels. I went through a lot of the same.
It's that biblical love, man.
If you want, you can always talk to me about it in private.
That's okay. I've talked to a lot of people. I thought my story could contribute. Maybe other people been through similar things.
I was raised in a very destructive and abusive cult or destructive group, so I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, sorry, man. It was the Mormons.
Pentecostal Christians.
Yeah, it's kind of what we were too. We called ourselves non-denomination or non-denominational, but our people who would run the services, they were like, they'd be running around, dancing, screaming, shouting in tongues, and acting like fucking idiots.
Yeah, if you want to, you can always talk to me about this stuff. I'm very well studied about it.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, just message me, and I'll have you in my inbox.
Will do.
That'll be cool.
That goes for anybody else, if, whatever.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, I grew up
Yeah,
LDS Mormon.
LDS? Oh.
I prefer to keep some of my more personal experiences not being, recorded. So, no offense to TJump. It's just, who I kind of am.
All the shit I went through, the cult is it's in a book. They wrote a book about it. It's called Without a Prayer by Susan Ashline. And she wrote a book about everything, and she got some information from my mom and her wife about everything that was going on. And my stepmom, she did a documentary on it. She got interviewed in a documentary. I don't know what channel it was on. It was like some true crime documentary. I forgot.
I'm sorry you had to go through that, buddy. Hopefully you're doing better now, though.
Hey, this is
Yeah.
my first time here. Can I ask TJump a question?
No.
You just did.
Well, I was wondering what your position was on like whether the world would be a better place without religion. I'm sure you have answered it, but
Well, it's like asking if would the world would be a better place without spears. I mean, spears had a very good use back in the day. They made things a lot better. There's new, better tools now, but some people still need the spears for certain things, and so it's like it's just a technology like any other that has some beneficial aspects. So I wouldn't get rid of it. I would want to replace it with a the better one, but I wouldn't get rid of it probably. Also, I'd lose
so
my
like,
job.
so like maybe archaic isn't the right word, but like lesser developed areas may still use spears, so religion would fall in that same position to keep things intact.
Sort of.
Or
Yeah, as emotionally for people, for humans, yes. That's what I would say is that
okay.
people aren't intellectually comfortable with like saying they don't know, and
It can act as the glue to keep things together until we reach further development.
pretty much, yeah.
Okay, I agree.
So I think like once we get a model of objective morality without a god, and that's accepted by a lot of people, then that's at that point we probably will be able to move on from religion.
I guess that kind of ties into my next question, which is, I know you're trying to make like an atheist church.
Yep.
Has a theist used that like against your argument to kind of be like, oh, you know, now the secularists are no different from the theists. Look, they're making a church. Maybe.
Well, how would that be an argument
have you-
against us in any way?
Well, I mean, just because we use the name church.
Well, I'm specifically using it for that reason to say, yes, we have a church that's better than yours. So that's the reason I'm using that.
I
So
mean,
it's not an argument against my position.
Right. No, I wouldn't say like against. Maybe that was a bad way to put it.
I mean,
More
there is a church outside of normal typical religions that is an actual religion, but is not like all others.
I see.
So there
I
are
did not
different
understand that
religions
at all.
out there that are okay. Maybe I should word it a little bit better. There are religions out there that are not inherently abusive and, you know, stripping people of their identities. There is at least one organization that I'm familiar with that is a church. Like it's not a church, but they use the label of a church.
Well,
to
most churches
blaspheme.
aren't. They don't take. Most churches aren't bad taking advantage of people. Most churches are just a bunch of regular people where they get together and do stuff. So most churches are like that.
I meant more in line with like what we typically see from Kent Hovind, which is like he'll call atheists a religion. You know, being an atheist is a religion. And so like doesn't that kind of play into his hand? I guess maybe we don't have to even worry about it.
Well, yeah, again, I'm doing that specifically in order to provide that and say, yes, we do have a religion that is better than yours. So I want that. That's a good thing.
Yeah, I can see a congregation be good. Yeah.
I mean, there is at least one atheistic religion out there that does fill in that necessary gap.
Well, there's a lot of them, actually.
Yeah, there's a lot. I'm just pointing out there's at least one that I'm aware of.
I guess you never have a world without some kind of religion. I think people always need that. Some people will always need that idea that they know.
Yeah, we could also say that it's it's a church without a book that we point to.
Well, no,
you know?
I'm having a book. I'm having my objective morality as the book.
Oh, you are? Oh, I didn't know that.
You're gonna have to compete with Satanism.
Yep.
Go and find some stone tablets.
What's the book going to be all about?
Objective morality.
Oh, cool.
You have to put the chair on the cover.
It's a prerequisite.
It's all about branding. It's all about branding.
Will your objective morality be similar to what Scott Clifton laid out in his treatise on morality?
I don't know. I don't know enough about Scott Clifton's view.
Okay. He has a YouTube video talking about it.
I would doubt it.
It doesn't really align with what I've heard you talk about, where it's the morality is centered around choice and minimizing an individual's ability to choose. It's more around well-being.
Yeah, I don't like well-being. I think the well-being ones are pretty bad. They're pretty arbitrary.
Okay.
TJump, I just wanted to say, before I actually found your channel, I actually came to like I'm not like a philosopher or anything, but I came to like pretty similar conclusions about like, if we found a alien species, like the only conclusion would be like, well, at least under my thinking would be that they have to be benevolent, or they'd have to be.
Yeah, I think it's more likely for sure.
Sufficient. Yeah, because like, why, the idea that they'd come to Earth just to kill us and extract resources is like kind of very human-centric idea, I think.
Yep.
We do.
I mean, like, there's
Like
not. It doesn't make any sense to say that there's a resource here that isn't anywhere else that they couldn't just make
No.
if they could like manipulate matter to that degree. Like, they could probably just make it.
If they could get to our solar system, they could pretty much do anything. Violence seems like a very not very productive way of doing things.
And they could just kill us all without much effort either way. We would be dead before they even knew they were there. They just create like a virus and be like, okay, bye.
They could just they could just throw like a rock at us.
How would we approach
away.
such a highly intelligent, alien species like that? Like, which would the best choice be, with aggression or like? We can't, right?
If there is someone super technologically advanced, let's hit them with a stick and see what happens. Genius.
That's what the movies do.
Yeah, and then we beat them with a F-16 fighter jet.
I honestly, out of all like the solutions to the Fermi paradox, the one I believe the most is that we're just on some TV show, and Earth is just like a galactic entertainment, because it's actually just a shit show.
Like
nature.
nature.
Rick and Morty episode.
We are the
it's
nature
one
channel.
Yeah, pretty much.
There's people looking, observing from far away how we live our lives, and then we pop out of the simulation.
We're just funny monkeys in a zoo.
I think the coolest alien concept I've ever seen in a movie was that
You cut out.
movie. I think the coolest alien concept that I've seen in a movie, it's that alien movie with Natalie Portman. It's not Arrival, it's something else.
Is that with that like celestial-looking deer thing? I forgot what the movie was called.
Annihilation.
Yes, that's the one.
That movie was so trippy, dude. The alien that was in it was like some like folding 4-dimensional plasma that could like.
I mean, yeah, that already like exists. It's called strange matter. It's like
Reminds me of
like,
everything.
It was
Princess
so cool.
Mononoke.
tripped me the fuck out, dude. And they had that the bear that had ate one of the explorers, and it consumed her DNA. And it when it growled, you could hear her voice in the background of the bear growl. It was fucking
Yeah, I remember that.
psychotic.
I don't remember all the details of that movie, but wasn't it something like they are just evolving insanely fast, like
Yeah,
inside
it's like
that area?
they just shot like the matter encased in a meteorite on the planet, and then it just started developing its own life, I guess.
Yeah,
And it was
I mean,
mimicking.
it's amazing what evolution has created species-wise on our planet, what we know over, billions of years. But taking that concept and like somehow consolidating it down into, even a decade or something would be absolutely wild.
I mean, I actually think that's probably like the future. This is just my personal opinion, but like I think once we're able to actually like simulate things, that life is best way to do anything machine wise. So if we want to
I
like
think the
reverse
future,
climate change, it's like
Sorry,
through our own. It's like through our own evolution, just designing our own things.
Biotech, right?
Basically, yeah.
Yeah,
We're able to
I think
run natural selection over millions of times and whatever we wanted to do.
So our like synthetic AI is going to reach a threshold eventually, and then we'll have to turn to biotech.
I mean, I think it just depends for certain things. Like when it comes to like doing like chemical, but right now at least when it comes to like processing chemicals, like we're really bad at that. Generally, like life do that. Water filtration.
At some point, I mean, in order to explore the universe, we're gonna have to overcome the limitations of our biological bodies, because it's just like almost impossible, because our bodies are so.
But yeah, well, the number one enemy to
Yeah.
life is radiation, and the moment you leave the heliosphere, you just get obliterated.
And telomeres.
Yep.
So
Space
I
is
think
extremely not nice.
at some point we're probably gonna have to transfer our brains into some kind of cybernetic shell.
Yeah, but we don't know that that's possible yet.
Wait, so
Yeah,
TJump,
I'm just saying.
when everybody gets Neuralinks, are you gonna? Is that when you're gonna like start and become president? You can just willpower everybody down with your arguments.
Sure.
Everyone must have fluffy chairs.
You guys ever play No Man's Sky?
Oh yeah.
There's this race called the Korvax. I always thought that would be a cool idea for like the future of humanity.
Yeah, I will always wonder like what is the most accurate, sci-fi movie or hypothesis that humanity has come up with that is like most in line with what could happen, or will
Idiocracy.
happen.
Yeah, devolve the opposite of encephalization.
I think we'll uncover the secret. We'll uncover the veil, and it'll just be chair.
Chair.
It's always been chair.
Not just any chair.
All right, guys, I'm gonna get some food. Thanks for hanging out. I will see you guys later.
Later, bud.
Take care.
Take it easy, man.